two-time South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year, and the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena, getting set for tip-off here with the girls first, followed by the boys. We're running, about 10 minutes late, so not too bad for a double-header in that case. Looks like we're in time for the national anthem, so we'll take a timeout here of 2 minutes and return here with the lineups and tip-off 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
The Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering, too. Open Monday through Friday, 4 to 10, Saturday, 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday, 11 to 2, and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
ProClean Plus offers epoxy floor coating for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at ProClean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at procleanplus.net. ProClean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
Dakota Sports KIJD, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Here's the starters for our girls matchup. Watertown Arrows head coach Chad Rohde, record of 3-14. They will start Andy Olson, a 5'7 junior. Jordan Remmers, a 5'7 junior. Ellie Thury, a 5'9 senior. Kinsey Russell, a 5'6 senior. And Lydia Stemwedel, a 5'7 freshman. Huron Tigers head coach Cody Hoffman. Kaufman, record of 9-8. The 5 seniors get the start tonight. First time here in the 18th game of the season, the first time the Tigers have changed their starting lineup. Haley Rogers, 5'6 senior. Allie Davis, a 5'8 senior. Hilton Hines, a 5'8 senior. Jency Gergen, a 5'8 senior. Chloe Carr, a 6-foot senior. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our game here tonight for Watertown, and where did that sheet go? James Benning is officiating our game here tonight. I'm still trying to find the page. I put it in the wrong spot. There it is. James Benning, Bob Malloy, and Seitz. I'm not sure who Seitz is. They are the law on the court tonight, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. So ready to go. Huron wearing their home white tonight with orange numbers and letters and some orange and black trim. And Watertown in purple, gold numbers and letters, gold and white trim. Huron coming towards me and Watertown away from me for the first half of the game. Tip is controlled by Watertown and handled by Jordan Remmers. Comes off left side to Stemwedel. Now up top, Olson, left side. They work it around the perimeter. Drive into the paint by Remmers on the baseline. Little cutoff there. Open three. Top of the key is no good for Stemwedel, but Watertown able to corral the rebound in the corner. Here's the drive to the hoop. Block shot by Carr. Picked up by Watertown again. Missed again. Watertown, though, just keeps the possession going. Here's the scoop in the paint. No good. Finally, Haley Rogers gets the Rebound, 4 shots, no points for Watertown on that opening possession. There may have been 5 shots. I had a hard time keeping count. Huron with the ball for the first time, and the ball is picked up and stolen. And going in for the wide open layup is Kinsey Russell. And Watertown up 2-0. We played a minute. Tigers into the front court. Gergen has it on the left wing. Gergen outside, Watertown straight man, and they're being very in-your-face about it. Left side, Hilton Hines. Hines double team, goes with that scoop shot. Count it, she's fouled. And Hilton Hines with the bucket, and she'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Count the basket, fouls on number 4, Andy Olson.
Andy Olson with the foul, first of the game. And Hilton Hines at the line to shoot 2. Or shoot 1, excuse me. Free throw is good. And here on a 3-2 lead. Watertown, Remmers brings it into the front court, top of the key. Huron zoning this possession. Olson, lob it left side. Here's the drive by Remmers, hard to the hoop, and a foul going to go on Carr. As Watertown aggressive, they're going at the basket. They're making Huron play defense. Foul on Chloe Carr is the first of the game against Huron. And at the free throw line is Jordan Remmers, the junior for the Arrows. First free throw is no good. Huron maintains that 3-2 lead as we're just underway. One more shot for 5'7" junior Jordan Remmers of Watertown. Gets that one, and we're tied at 3. We played about a minute and a half here of the game. Trap here by Watertown this time. Hines in the middle. Kicks it out in the corner to Rogers. Rogers back up top to Hines. Hilton now left side Davis. Davis feeds inside to Hines, and she's going to be fouled. Trying to jump the pass and get the steal was Kinsey Russell, and she made contact with Hines. First foul on Russell, second team on Watertown. Huron will run the out of bounds on the baseline. Allie Davis below me to my right. Back door, there it is to Hines, off glass, too strong. Rebound, Allie Davis comes out with it, tries to kick out, gets it to Rogers, who then gets knocked out of bounds. They give the ball to they do call the foul on Watertown. I thought there should have been a foul on that. Kinsey Russell picks up a quick second foul here in less than 2 minutes. She'll come out, and into the game, Lily Mack, a junior for Watertown. Lily has started some games for the Arrows this year. So already 3 team fouls on Watertown. Cross court, ball deflected. Nice catch by Gergen. Gergen almost travels. Now it's Rogers, high post. Here's Hines, goes into a double team and has the ball stripped and stolen by Stemwedel. Olson into the front court. Stemwedel on the right side. Looking inside, Watertown spreads it out. Stemwedel in the paint, shoots over Carr, got it. Stemwedel with the bucket, 5-3 lead for Watertown. 5:44 to go, first quarter. Davis goes back door. There's Carr with the left hand for the layup. Nice catch, nice pass by Davis. And a layup for Carr. 5:38 to go, first quarter. We're tied at 5. We have a timeout on the floor. 30-second break on Dakota Sports.
Practice. We know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Carr Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Off the Watertown timeout. That was a 30. Arrows have the ball, tied at 5 early on. Up top, it's Olson against the Huron zone. Flip back to Remmers. Remmers drives the paint. Ball stripped by Davis on the floor. Picked up by Stemwedel. Top of the key, 3 for Olson. No good. Long rebound, and Rogers controls for Huron. Hines into the front court. Olson on her, gets a screen. Jayla Schley in for Huron. Schley up top of the key, it goes to Gergen. Gergen on the left, comes back right, Davis. Davis starts the drive, and a charge called on Allie Davis. Mack kind of bailed out on the play, went flying. It didn't look like there was much contact from here. That's a tough call for Allie, but it's her first, second team on Huron. Into the game for Watertown, Emma Olson, a 5'9" freshman. So 2 ninth graders on the floor for Watertown. Addie Knight in for the first time for Huron. Huron showing some backcourt pressure. Ball tipped by Gergen, stolen by Knight. Back to Gergen. Gergen hard to the hoop. Strip going up. Nice defensive play by Remmers. It'll still be Huron ball as they do force the turnover with the press. Huron will run the out of bounds baseline. Allie Davis right below me. Looks inside, goes back door. There's Hines, and couldn't get it to go with the left hand. She was fouled from behind by Olson, Emma Olson. Already 4 team fouls on Watertown, and we've barely played 3 minutes. 2 free throws for Hilton Hines. Free throw is good. She's got 4. One more shot for the senior, Hilton Hines. Second shot, no good. Goes long, ball tipped out, and Watertown does get control with Ellie Thury with the rebound. The outlet on the right side, Emma Olson. Remmers at the top of the key. Stemwedel on the left wing. One dribble, Mack will back it out. Huron leading 6-5, 4.5 to go, first quarter. Runner on the baseline, and a foul going to go on Gergen. Watertown being very aggressive going to the basket. Emma Olson will go to the free throw line for 2. Gergen with her first and the third team on Huron. So we have not played half of the first quarter yet, and already 7 fouls total called between the 2 teams. Free throw is no good for Emma Olson. Andy Olson back in for Watertown, replacing Remmers. And one more free throw for the 9th grader, Emma Olson. Second shot is good, 1 out of 2. Tied at 6, 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Girls game, boys will follow. Left side, it's Davis, double team. Watertown looks like a zone now. High post, it's Knight. Kick out Gergen, 3 off the right elbow. Yes! Nothing but net for Jency Gergen, and Huron goes up 9-6. Ball tip, but Watertown keeps control. Andy Olson in the backcourt. Lost the ball on the floor and picked up by Knight. Now Gergen. Get it up ahead, Schley, left side. Here's the drive, Hines into the paint. The Euro step again, 4-2. And Hilton Hines with 6. 11-6, Huron on a 5-0 run. In the backcourt, Olson working against the Huron pressure, cross the timeline, and a foul gonna go on Gergen. Gergen kind of went up as they were starting to make a pass. And Jency Gergen picks up her second, 4th team. Carr in, Gergen out for Huron. Watertown came in with a couple of subs as well. Both teams are in the bonus here for the rest of the first quarter. We still have 3:38 to go in the first. Huron though up 11-6. Arrows work the perimeter. Emma Olson on the dribble against Knight. Huron looks like more of a matchup man here. Left side, Mack, one dribble in the corner. Olson. There's 2 Olsons on the floor right now. Up top, new girl in there for Watertown, and that is Torrance Tipton. Long 3, top of the key, no good for Remmers. Rebound though, Watertown underneath, lean in, count it. Offensive rebound for Watertown. Torrance Tipton got the board and the putback, and she'll have a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Chloe Carr picks up her second, so both teams getting some early foul trouble as Rogers in and Carr out for Huron with 3:09 to go first quarter. Both Gergen and Carr with 2 fouls here in the first. Free throw is no good. Ball slapped out, controlled by Hines. Huron up 3, cross court Rogers off the left side. Baseline Davis. Davis trouble with the dribble. It's on the floor. We have a jump ball. And possession will keep it on the Huron Tiger end with 2:59 to go first quarter. 11-8, Huron leading. Allie Davis will run the out of bounds. The other 4 Huron girls out beyond the 3-point arc. Way outside, Hines. Free throw line. No, goes back door to Davis. Great pass by Hines to set up Davis. First bucket for Davis, and Huron up 13-8. Long pass and ball nearly stolen away by Huron, who last touched it. Jayla Schley, a great play. She stepped in front of Tipton, got a hand on the ball. Then it came off Tipton, and Huron's press forces another turnover. It'll be Huron Tiger ball. Now, I have Huron perfect from the field, 5 for 5. They just had a few turnovers here in the first quarter. Knight on the left wing. Here's the cut. Going to Schley. Ball knocked away from her. Will stay Huron possession. Inbound on the baseline. Below me to my right with Allie Davis. 2:35 to go first quarter. Inbound for Davis. Looking inside. Now goes high post to Hines. Hines, a 10-footer. Got it. Hilton Hines with 8 points. 15-8. Huron opens a 7-point lead. Into the front court or a back court. Ball nearly stolen by Knight. She couldn't come up with the handle. Ball deflected and last touch. Oh, they're giving it to Huron. The official, let's see if the officials come. No, they aren't, because that was deflected by Haley Rogers. I saw that from here. Huron caught a break on that. Rogers deflected that out of bounds. Up ahead, it comes to Knight on the left wing. She'll start to drive down to the baseline. Back up top. Davis will penetrate. Hard to the hoop. Got slapped, and 2 free throws on the way for Allie Davis. Huron attacking the basket. I believe that foul will be on Stemwedel, which would be her first. It is. And 2 shots, 2 free throws for Allie Davis. Free throw is short, no good for the senior. It is senior night for the Tigers. Good crowd and people still filing in here to the arena. One more shot for Davis. Missed them both. She's normally a dependable free throw shooter. Rebound and put back Jayla Schley. Jayla Schley got the offensive board, went with the scoop shot. Huron up 17-8. Into the front court comes Olsen, bumps into Schley, puts it up short. Well defended by Schley. Rebound underneath, Rogers. Haley into the front court. Up top, it's Hines. Hines will drive against Remmers. Stop. Tried to feed it into Schley. Knock back to Hilton. Here's the hoop pass underneath to Schley from Knight. Huron moving the ball around well. Knight with her first bucket. And Huron up 19-8. Huron on a 13-2 run. Here's the Euro step to the bucket. No good for Remmers. Gets her own rebound. Now inside. Kick back out to Mack. Minute 15 to go, first quarter. Down low inside, a little left-handed shot. Tipton, no good. Offensive rebound underneath, and a late whistle, and a foul going to go on Davis. Davis picks up her second foul. Stemwedel gets her second bucket. And now Davis off the floor, as in for the first time, Jesselyn Noyes for Huron. Noyes would look to get more minutes here, as with Abby Harrington out here for at least the rest of the regular season. Free throw no good. Rebound Knight. Hitting 1 minute to go, first quarter. Huron up 9. Rogers gives to Hines, baseline. On the drive, got stripped going up, and a foul going to go on Watertown, and 2 free throws pending for Hilton Hines. Hilton already with 8 points. Stemwedel picks up her second. She and Kinsey Russell have 2. Russell had 2 in the first minute and a half of the game. Hasn't been in since. Emma Olsen back in for Watertown as, boy, Huron's missed 4 free throws in a row here. As Hilton's missed 2 in a row. She's usually dependable. Does knock down the second one. She's got 9. Huron up 20-10. 55 seconds to go, first quarter. Pass comes up ahead into the front court to Olsen, Emma Olsen. Top of the key, it's Andy Olsen. Dump it off left side. 2:30 in the corner. 3 is short for Remmers. Rebound by Hines up ahead. Knight running the floor. Hard to the hoop. Blocked, but she gets contact. And Addison Knight will go to the line to shoot 2. Addie coming off the bench for the first time this season as Huron started their 5 seniors. Now Andy Olson with her second foul, so both teams have 3 starters with 2 fouls. Knight with the free throw, she's got 3. Huron up 11, 21-10. Gabby Olson, 5'8" junior in. That's the 3rd Olson that has entered the game for Watertown. Second free throw, Knight, no good. Rebound by Remmers. Remmers will push up. Bogdan, a foul going to call on Knight. Boy, that looked like pretty innocent too. She kind of stuck a hand in there and knocked the ball away, but she gets whistled for the foul, her first. And that'll put Jordan Remmers to the line to shoot 2. Well, the girls have to react. Both sides have to react how they're calling it. And you can't be too aggressive on defense. First free throw, no good for Remmers. Neither team's been knocking down their free throws consistently here early on. One more shot for junior Jordan Remmers. Got that one, 1 out of 2. Huron's lead back at 10, 21-11. Shot clock off with 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Knight, jump pass over the head of Hines and is picked up by Remmers. Remmers down the floor, and a foul going to go on Knight, and she picks up her second personal. Well, Huron's got 4 players with 2 fouls apiece here in the first quarter. Watertown has 3. And at the free throw line, Jordan Remmers, she's 2 of 4 shooting free throws here in the first quarter. First free throw is good. Right now, the pace of this game's been really tough because we've just had a lot of fouls called. 13, if I'm counting right. Both free throws are good for Remmers. 21-13, Watertown within 8. See if Huron holds it for 1. Watertown spreads out their zone. Knight feeds in the middle to Schley. 3 for Hines, no good. Rebound, Knight brings it back out. Another 3 for Hines. Back of the iron again, no good. And that will end the first quarter. After 1, it's Huron 21, Watertown 13. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. Second quarter, Huron leading 21-13. I had Huron 8 of 10. The official stats have Huron 8 of 11 from the field, so a good shooting first quarter for the Huron Tigers. But foul trouble on both sides of the ball. Jesselyn Noyes is going to start the second quarter. She's probably going to get extended play here with all the foul trouble. Carr and Gergen and Davis are all on the floor. They already have 2 personal fouls. Watertown with possession to start the second quarter. Huron, I think the biggest lead was 11, maybe 12. But Arrows with the ball to start the second quarter. Get it outside Remmers, up top, back into the game Russell. Open 3, Olson left wing, back of the iron, no good. Rebound by Noyes. Jesselyn in the front court, Gergen on the right wing. Finds Hines, Hilton on the drive to the block, goes with the scoop for 2. Hilton with 11 points. And Huron back up by 10, 23-13. To the high post, Olson, kick out 3 in the corner. No good for Watertown. Tipped out. Carr with the rebound up ahead. Allie Davis on the break. She'll take it in, lean in. Oh, put it up a little too hard. And the rebound for Watertown. Olsen into the front court. Left side, there's the three for Remmers, no good. Rebound and a shot up, no good, and Carr has the rebound. 30 had the rebound but couldn't get the putback. Hines into the front court. Right side, it's Gergen. Gergen on the wing. Brings it up, top of the key. Hines left side, fakes, drives. Had the ball deflected, but Davis retrieves it. Allie starts to dribble down to the baseline, and a blocking call going to go on Watertown. That will be on Lydia Stemwedel, I believe, which will be her third. She picks up her third. That brings Mack back in for Watertown. Schley is back in, Carr out for Huron. They're going to run the out-of-bounds play. Go in the middle to Hines. There it is. Congratulations, Hilton Hines. She just passed 1,000 career points. Got the inbounds from Allie Davis. And Hilton Hines, 1,001 career points. Congratulations to her. In the meantime, Watertown with the ball. And the ball stolen away by Allie Davis. Davis bringing up the middle of the floor. Drives down to the hoop. Here's the pass in the middle. Little jumper is good. Hilton Hines now with 14 points, or 15, excuse me. And Huron opens up a 27-13 lead here in the second quarter. Drive into the paint, kick out in the corner, Mack. Top of the key, Andy Olsen. Left side, open three for Remmers. Back of the iron, no good. Gergen has the rebound. Watertown having a tough shooting first half. They're 3 of 12 in the first quarter. Huron was 8 of 11. Gergen, right side, Schley out on the wing. Schley whips it back to Hines. Has the open look at the three, too strong. And Watertown comes up with the rebound. Lob pass long up ahead to Mack. Put up a wild shot, no good. Rebound underneath for Thury, and she'll put it in. Thury gets the first bucket of the second quarter for Watertown. And we have a timeout here on Tigers. 5:16 to go in the first half. 27-15 Huron leading. Timeout of 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank & Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank & Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Off the Huron timeout, Tigers with the ball. Addie Knight out on the wing, brings it back up top. They feed in the middle. Hines down low to Schley. Schley had it knocked away, gets back control. Cross court, there's Rogers open three in the corner, too strong. Offensive rebound for Hines, and then she's going to be fouled going to the basket. We'll see if they call this in the act of shooting or not.
Fouls on number 42, Kinsey Russell.
Kinsey Russell picks up her third foul. And it was not in the act of shooting. Inbounds, Rogers on the right side. Now Gergen, top of the key. Rogers, left wing, goes baseline to Knight. Watertown back in their zone. Huron up 27-15. 4:40 to go, first half. Dump it in, low post to Hines. Goes with the scoop around 30. A little too strong. Rebound, foul going to go on Schley. So history here in the second quarter with Hilton Hines On an inbounds play from Allie Davis, I imagine those two girls have thrown a lot of passes to each other over the years. And the feed from Allie gave Hilton the open shot, and she went over 1,000 career points earlier in this quarter. Schley with the foul, her first. 4.5 minutes to go, first half. Right side, Russell on the right side, top of the key. Olsen. Watertown working the perimeter against the Huron zone. On the right side, now it's top of the key again for Russell. Russell tries to go into the paint, cut off by Rogers. Open shot, right wing is no good. Rebound underneath 30, and she'll get the putback. 30 has both buckets here in the second quarter for Watertown, and the lead back at 10, 27-17. Low post, back door, Hines to Knight for the layup. Addie Knight with 5, and that's a couple of very nice assists for Hilton Hines. 29-17, the lead back at 12 with 3:43 to go in the first half. Watertown has the ball deflected, but they do come up with the loose ball maybe. Out of bounds, last touch by Watertown. I believe it was Davis that got her hand on the ball initially. Watertown kind of knocked it around, thought they had it, and then it squirted out. New girl into the game for Watertown, Kaylee Ellis, a 6-foot junior in for the first time. Again, both teams maybe going a little deeper to the bench. Hurons maybe has went about as deep as they can. I don't think they have a lot of available quarters on that bench after the sophomore and JV games. Hines in the corner, cross court, finds Davis. Davis dumps it into Knight. She's triple team. Kick out. Rogers. Rogers now flips to Hines. Hines splits a double team. 10-footer, 4-2. Hilton Hines continues her big first half with 17 points. And we had 3 minutes to go in the first half. Huron up 31-17. On the left side, Watertown. Russell goes back door and overthrew it. It was a nice cut to the hoop by Emma Olsen, but the pass was way overthrown and turns over to the Huron Tigers. Schley and Noyes in as Knight and Carr come out. And Gabby Olsen going to come in for Watertown. We're at 2:52 to go in the first half. And Huron leading 31-17. Hines to Davis into the front court. At the top of the key, set it up from there. Davis lost her dribble, now goes high post to Hines. Hines goes back door, threw it behind Davis, and who's going to come up with the ball? It's going to be touched by Haley Rogers while she was out of bounds. I think she actually gave it a good kick while she was out of bounds. It'll be Watertown possession with 2:36 to go here in the first half. Huron 31, Watertown 17. Huron settles back in their zone. Stemwedel goes high post, ball knocked away. Haley Rogers, nice defensive play. Ball on the floor, and we'll have a jump ball possession. We'll give it to the Huron Tigers with 2:25 to go in the first half. 31-17, Huron leading. We were tied at 6, and then Huron just took off from there. I think it was the 11-2 run. And Tigers have been in control since. Still a long ways to go. Davis flips in the corner. Noyes for 3, short. And the rebound underneath for Emma Olsen. Olsen in the front court, stolen away nearly by Rogers. Rogers has had a nice first half defensively. Inside, they'll have a turnaround shot up and no good for Watertown. Missed there by Ellis. And Davis another rebound. Alley into the front court. Rogers on the right wing. Cross court. Hines slides down to the baseline, double teamed, lobs it back up top where Schley controls. Now Rogers right wing. Rogers trying to drive. Goes low post, there it is to Hines, back door to Schley to the hoop. Count it, she's fouled, and she got hacked big time by Remmers. And Jayla Schley with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Huron shooting a very good percentage here in the first half, 64% according to the scoreboard. And they extend the lead to 33-17 with 1:39 to go in the first half. Free throw is no good for Schley. Rebound underneath for Gabby Olsen. Remmers into the front court, top of the key against the Huron zone. Lob it right side to Andy Olson. Left side, here's the drive, and a blocking call going to go on Schley. Remmers got away from the defender, and then she had a clear path to the basket.
Fouls on number 42, Jayla Schley, her second.
Schley picks up her second, so I don't think anybody for Huron has picked up that third foul, but there's now 4 girls with 2 here in the first half. Remmers with the free throw, it's good. Remmers with 5 points, all from the free throw line. Second free throw is good as Remmers knocks them both down. 33-19 here on minute 23 to go first half. Hines flips to Davis on the right wing. High post Hines looking back door. There's the cut to the hoop. Schley flips it back to Davis. Has to come back out. Here's the open 10-footer off glass for 2. Hilton Hines with the bucket. And she's up to 19 points as we hit 1 minute to go in the first half. 35-19. Up top, Gabby Olson. They'll feed in. Low post to Thury. She'll kick out. Andy Olson, and she's going to be fouled by Rogers, I believe. We're not in the bonus either way yet. Rogers picks up her first, third team on Huron. Watertown run the inbounds on the baseline. Remmers will drive baseline, 10-footer, no good. Hines has the rebound. 44 seconds to go, first half. Huron up by 16. Backing it out is Allie Davis. Allie going back door in traffic, but the ball deflected right out to Schley underneath the basket. Kicks out, 3 for Rogers, short. Rebound, Thury goes up with one hand and gets the board. Shot clock off, 22 seconds to go in the first half. Andy Olson into the paint, ball stripped and stolen by Noyes. Nice play defensively by Jesselyn. Into the front court. Huron, see if they hold it for one shot. Well, we will with 8 seconds to go. Here's the roll. Schley into the paint. Back door to Davis. Ball deflected out of bounds by Watertown with 3.8 seconds to work with here in the first half for Huron. Davis will run the inbounds. They go underneath the Hines. Knocked away from her. Saved in by Davis. Picked up by Schley, and nobody's going to get a shot off at the buzzer. At the half, Huron leads 35-19. We'll take a timeout, 2 minutes. Return here to the arena, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
It is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Signature Plus Downtown Huron specializes in embroidered and screen-printed items and awards. Signature Plus does all work in-house with the latest in technology and equipment, paying attention to the smallest details. Screen printing and embroidery, stop by for your Huron Tiger sports apparel and for casual business wear. Located at 363 Wisconsin Avenue Southwest, downtown Huron. Signature Plus, supporting the Huron Tigers.
1340 KIJV is Tiger Radio. It's halftime. Let's join the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Welcome back to the arena at the half. Huron girls in control, up 35-19. Again, doubleheader. Senior night as well, so the boys' game will follow. Let's do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. And in Double A, Washington's leading Roosevelt 52-37 into the third quarter. Halftime, Harrisburg 28, Douglas 11. Halftime, Yankton 29, T-Area 23. And early second quarter, Brandon Valley 22, Spearfish 6. That's your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Again, 35-19, Huron girls leading at the half. 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with the stats next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
With Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th century theme restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
And again, welcome back to the arena at the half. It's 35-19. Huron Tigers leading Watertown in our girls' game. Big crowd here tonight in the Huron Arena. In fact, Watertown has a really big student presence here as well tonight. Scoring at the half, Watertown 6 points for Jordan Remmers. They've all come from the free throw line. Lydia Stemwedel with 4, Ellie Thury with 4, 2 for Kinsey Russell, and a free throw for Emma Olson. For Huron, 19 for Hilton Hines. 4 points, Jayla Schley. 5 for Addie Knight. 3 for Jency Gergen. 2 apiece, Allie Davis and Chloe Carr. Shooting in the first half, Watertown 6 of 24, 25%. 0 of 9 from the 3, and 7 of 12 from the free throw line. Huron 15 of 24 from the field, 62.5%. 1 of 7 on threes, 14%. Just 4 of 10 at the free throw line. Got to do better than that for the Huron Tigers. Again, at the half, it's 35-19. Huron leading Watertown in our girls matchup. Again, the boys game will follow. We'll take a timeout here of 2 minutes. Come back, get set for our second half. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Bruises and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena, getting set for the second half of our girls game. Huron leading 35-19. Let's do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. The Huron Tiger girls in region wrestling down in Mitchell. I count 4 girls for sure that I believe have qualified for state. Moose at 125 will wrestle for the championship in the region, and wrestling for third place, Shaylee Saw at 110, Caitlin Flory at 235, and Sep Gay at 100. There's still a few girls still awaiting their consolation semifinal, which I believe is what they call the blood round. But at least, if I'm doing that calculation right, at least 4 Huron girls so far have qualified for state wrestling next week out in Rapid. So ready to go at the second half. Both teams are going to have to be aware of the foul issues. And we'll see who takes care of that. As Huron actually had a little more fouls. Well, let's see, how many fouls did we have called in the first half? 21 total, 11 on Huron, 10 on Watertown in the first half. So want to shore that up a bit. Huron, for all their fouls, they only have, nobody has more than 2 at least, but 5 girls, 5 girls have 2 fouls apiece, so they will have to keep a note on that here as we get ready to go in the second half. Still filling in here, as I said, Watertown has a very nice student section in here. It looks bigger than Huron's. That's because the Huron band is over in their section, so that spreads out our student section a little more. We start the second half. Watertown coming towards me, and they'll have possession first to begin the third quarter. Huron has their starters out there, the 5 seniors, to start the second half. Bounce pass in the corner 30. Huron back in their zone. They're trying to stay a little more out of foul trouble. Renzel up top, and a foul going to go right away on Jency Gergen. She tried to plow her way through a screen, and she picks up her third foul 12 seconds into the third quarter. So she's going to come right out, and Addie Knight's going to come in. And right now on the floor, Hilton Hines has no fouls. Haley Rogers has 1. Everybody else has at least 2. Russell comes out right side to Stemwedel. They go in the middle to Russell. The ball deflected by Knight, but picked up by Watertown. Here's the cut in the middle. Olsen, open 3, left side for Remmers is good. The first 3 of the game for Watertown. Remmers has 9. And Watertown within 35-22, early third quarter. Here on their first possession, Knight has Rogers on the left side. Rogers, Carr up to the left wing. Carr, 1 dribble, lobs it back to Knight. Knight backs it out at the top of the key. I think we're going box and 1 here for Watertown. No, it is basically a man, I guess. Carr on the left wing brings it back up top of the key. Right side Rogers. Shot clock running down. 4 seconds to go. Here's Hines. She'll go with that Euro step. Flick it up with the left hand. No good off the back of the rim. Did beat the shot clock. Rebound. Watertown. Olsen pushes up the middle. Right side, here's the drive. Remmers baseline, shoots over Carr for 2. Remmers scores the first 5 points of the second half. Watertown within 11, 35-24. Davis drives, forces it up through a double team, no good. Rebound will stay with Huron. Davis had a good look at it. It looked like she was a little off balance, perhaps. Schley going to check in for Carr. 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Huron 35, Watertown 24. Inbounds for Davis, right in the middle to Schley. Goes to the hoop for 2. Nobody ever guarded Jayla. Schley has 6. 37-24, Huron's first bucket of the second half. Ball deflected by Rogers. Watertown controls. Russell into the paint. Kick back up top. Remmers on the left side. Open shot is short for Watertown, but they get the offensive rebound in the putback as Russell took it away from a Huron Tiger. And Watertown off to a good start here to start the third quarter. Travel on Davis going to the basket. Watertown has outscored Huron now 7-2 to start the third quarter, and Huron wants a timeout. 5:59 to go in the third, 37-26. Huron leading, timeout 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
We know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Carr Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
30-second timeout taken by the Huron Tigers. Lead's been cut to 37-26. Watertown, after shooting 24% in the first half, they've hit 3 of their first 4 here to start the third quarter. Their one miss, they got the rebound and put back. 30 on the baseline against Schley. Back up top, Remmers, another 3, 2 in a row for Remmers. Remmers has scored 8 points in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter, and just like that, the lead is down to 8, 37-29. Ball, and what do we have? A foul going to go on Watertown. They had Davis trapped by the sideline. Watertown's come out with some energy, and Huron's got to react to it. Foul on Remmers is her second. Noise in, Davis out for Huron. As Tigers come out, the Tigers have come out a little lethargic here. 1 minute after 7 o'clock. KIJV, AM/FM, Huron. Schley underneath, kicks back out to Hines. Hines free throw line, and a moving screen going to be called on Schley, and that was actually an easy call for the official. She never got set. She just ran into the girl. Now Schley has 3 fouls, and well, Watertown right now is some momentum, and Huron getting into foul trouble. Gergen and Schley both have 3 fouls, while Davis, Carr, and Knight each have 2. Watertown can cut the lead a little more. Drive into the paint, shot up short. Rebound Knight, and she's getting mugged, and they do finally blow the whistle. She had 3 girls. They were all reaching on her. The foul is going to be on Russell, and that'll be her third. Russell and Stemwedel, oh, that's her 4th, excuse me. Russell with 4, Stemwedel has 3 for Watertown. 37-29, Huron led by 16 at halftime. It's been cut in half. Inbound, some pressure in the backcourt by Watertown. Knight will bring the ball up, being checked there by a new girl. Oh, Knight had a lane, but then kind of lost the ball, had to bring it back out, and we have a whistle away from the ball, and that's going to go on Watertown. I think it might be on Andy Olsen, as she was probably hooked up trying to defend Hilton Hines. Andy Olsen picks up her 3rd, and Huron will run the out of bounds on the baseline with Noise. Noise looking, Goes in the middle, finds Schley underneath, put it up though too strong. Rebound by Thury, and Schley picks up her 4th foul. Missed the shot and then got called for the foul, and that's going to bring Davis and Carr back in quickly for Huron. And already 3 team fouls on Huron, or 3 team fouls apiece, in fact. We played just over 3 minutes here of the third quarter. Again, the third quarter shaping up like the first quarter, just not a lot of flow as there's been so many fouls called. Remmers has Mack back into the game at the top of the key. Reverse it right side to Olsen, or Remmers, excuse me. Up top now it's Olsen. Left side, that's a new girl, Emmy Berglund, in for Watertown. Arrows working around the perimeter. They'll go inside to 30, almost lost it, gets it back. Shot up by Olsen, no good. That was a 2. Noyes steps in with the rebound. Hines will push up the floor. Long pass down to the baseline. Davis got control of it on the right wing. Davis has the ball knocked away again, picks it up in the corner. Still can't get rid of the ball. Finally lobs it up to Knight. Knight at the top of the key. Left side, Hines. Hines will spin around the defender, go out hard to the hoop. Off glass, too strong. Rebound Watertown, and they're on the push coming up the other way. And a foul going to go, or is it just knocked out of bounds? Just knocked out of bounds. Was that a foul on Huron? I didn't see. I think it was just deflected out of bounds by Huron. Still 37-29. Watertown has cut the lead to 8. Huron's only scored 1 bucket here in the second half. 3 for Mack. No good. Rebound and a foul on Knight as Remmers got the inside position on the rebound, and Knight picks up her 3rd.
Number 14, Addie Knight, her 3rd, 4th team foul.
4th team foul in Huron, and they're lining up for a free throw, but that was not active shooting. Watertown, though, will be in the bonus on the next foul by Huron. Mack will throw in the inbounds. Mack in the corner. Fell down, keeps control of the ball. Now flicks it back into the middle. Ball deflected, and a foul going to go on Noyes. Boy, Noyes looked like she had a pretty good strip there. She's going to pick up her 1st foul. And now that does put Watertown in the bonus as Jordan Remmers will shoot 2. Remmers was 6 of 8 in the first half. Has scored 8 points here in the second half. 3:42 to go, third quarter. It's been a tough third quarter for Huron as Watertown is coming back into the game. Remmers with 9 points here in the third quarter, and she has 15 for the game. Ellis is back in for Watertown. Second free throw is good. Watertown down 16 at one point. They're now down 6. 37-31, 3:38 to go, third quarter. Huron needs a basket. They go inside. There's Hines underneath. Gets knocked to the floor trying to get the turnaround shot. Hilton Hines will shoot 2. Hilton with 19 in the first half has not scored here yet in the third quarter. We'll have the opportunity here. The foul on Berglund is her first. Basically, Watertown just putting different girls on Hines and telling them be as physical as you want with her, and Hilton misses the free throw. She has missed 3 free throws, and again, that's unusual for her. She shoots a lot of free throws and makes a majority of them. Rogers back in for Huron. Second shot for Hines is good, 1 out of 2. She's got an even 20. 38-31 Huron, 3:29 to go, third quarter. Remmers has Mack on the right wing. Mack cross court shot up top of the key, 3, no good. Rogers with the rebound off the miss by Ellis. Rogers will push into the front court at the top of the key, stops there. Davis comes off to the left side. Alley trying to get away. Here they go inside to Hines, left-handed, kind of a wild shot. No good. Rebound Watertown. Long pass up ahead to Mack in the front court. Driving down is Ellis. Shot up. No good. Rebound underneath again for Rogers. Inside of 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. In the middle, it's Knight. And she gets sandwiched, and that's got to be a foul on Watertown. It is. I believe it'll be on Remmers. If it is, it'll be her third. And Huron in the bonus now. Addison Knight at the line to shoot 2 for the Huron Tigers. She has 5 points, all in the first half. Free throw is good. She's got 6. Andy Olson back in for Watertown. So Watertown has Russell with 4, Remmers and Andy Olson with 3. Huron has Schley with 4, Addie Knight and Jency Gergen with 3. Both free throws good for Addie Knight. She has 7. The lead back at 9, 40-31, 2:44 to go here in the third quarter. And now we have a whistle, timeout, Watertown. 2:40 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Great teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
I'm Jeff Duffy back at a very crowded Huron Arena. One of the biggest crowds, I think it is the biggest crowd we've seen here this year. 2:40 to go, third quarter. Huron up 40-31 in our girls game. Watertown possession. High post, it goes to Ellis. She'll drive, shoot over Carr, no good. Rebound, big scramble, and Knight going to get it in her clutches. Lost her dribble, now gets it up to Davis. Davis, cross court, Rogers, open 3, left elbow, too strong. Rebound underneath, last touched by Watertown. Huron will get another opportunity. Neither team's been able to hit the three-point shot with much consistency tonight. 30 is back in for Watertown. 30 has 10 rebounds. Just saw that. Didn't even know we had that stat up there. Inbounds Carr at the block to the hoop for 2. She caught it and shot it in one motion. Second bucket of the game for Chloe Carr. Huron back up by 11, 42-31. Olson in the corner. Wings it back up top 30. Come right side Mack. Right back to 30. Bobbles. Gets it back to her teammate Remmers. Now 30 in the corner against Carr. 30 starts to drive free throw line. Mack on the right wing. Go inside. The ball knocked away by Davis. Nice defensive play. And the loose ball picked up by Rogers. Knight into the front court. Left side it's Davis. Davis against Mack will back it out. Up to the free throw line. Hines going back door. Gets underneath to Carr. Puts it up with the left hand. Oh, rimmed and out. She likes that shot. Just couldn't quite get it to go. Back comes Watertown. Mack will drive it hard to the hoop. Short. Well defended that time by Knight. Huron, dangerous pass. Now they get it to Hines. Minute 20 to go. Third quarter. Huron back up by 11 after Watertown, I believe, got it down to 6. And a 10-second count on Huron. Hines, I guess, just lost track of the clock. She was walking the ball up, and the shot clock was actually down to 23. You got to show a little urgency. Watertown defended the rebound by Huron, and that cost Huron some time to bring the ball up, but Hilton was just walking the ball up and lost track of the clock, and Watertown gets it on the 10-second violation. Arrows back on the attack. Mack wants a screen, goes the other way. Over Carr, shot up, no good. Chloe defended it well and made her change the shot. Rogers in the middle to Hines. Hilton will drive to the block, to the hoop with the left hand for 2. 22 for Hines. Her first field goal of the second half. Huron back up, 44-31. Drive by Remmers, no good. Carr with another rebound. Watertown's went a little cold from the field. 38 seconds to go, third quarter. Huron up 13, looking to add to it. Davis has the ball knocked away briefly, picks it up. looking for some help. Somebody's got to help. Go back door. There's Noyes. Nice catch by Noyes to save it. Now Rogers thought about the three. Low post and a foul going to go on Thury. I'm not sure what Thury was thinking there. She just reached around and gave Chloe Carr a bear hug. And she'll pick up the foul, her first, and Chloe Carr at the line to shoot two. First free throw opportunities for Chloe, the 6-foot senior. And all the seniors, girls and boys, will be honored in between games tonight. So it'll be a little longer between the end of the girls, the beginning of the boys. Free throw no good for Carr. She'll get one more. Second shot for Carr is good. Got the back end of it. Chloe with 5. 45-31. Huron stretches the lead to 14. An 8-0 run by Huron. Shot clock off. 14 seconds to go, third quarter. Remmers, corner to lane. 30 shoots, airballs it. Rebound deflected out of bounds by, it was deflected by Noyes, but Mack tried to grab it anyway, but landed out of bounds. And Huron will have 6.4 seconds to try to put something up here before the end of the third quarter. Huron has to go the length of the floor. Lob pass all the way down for Hines. Catches it. Goes up against Mack. Spins, gets hammered and knocked to the floor. 2 shots for Hilton Hines. That was a foul with a purpose. Hilton Hines will shoot 2. 3.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lily Mack picks up her first. And Hilton Hines with 2 free throws. First one is off. Again, Hilton not hitting those free throws on as consistently as we've seen. Second free throw is good, 1 out of 2. Huron up by 15 with 2 seconds left. Lob pass up ahead, shot off at the buzzer, in and out. It went all the way down and dropped out on Emma Olson. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Huron 46, Watertown 31. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
We head to the fourth quarter. Huron has the lead back up to 15, 45-31. I believe Watertown did have it down to 6, 37-31. So you can do the arithmetic. Huron a 9-0 run to end the third quarter. We start the fourth. Huron possession. Knight will bring the ball up. Looks like straight man by Watertown. Davis on the left wing gets a screen, goes back door to Hines and threaded the needle, but maybe a little bit too much mustard on it. Looked like Hilton had a chance to grab it, could not come up with the handle. Huron turns it over to start the fourth quarter. Remmers gets Watertown in the offense. Russell on the right wing, cross court. Thury wants 3, and that's off the mark. Rebound for Hines. Hines wings the pass up ahead to Davis. Alley into the paint, goes around Russell, shot up, no good. Ball deflected out of bounds, last touched by Huron. .26 to go in the game. Again, the boys' game will follow. They'll have the senior night introductions in between games. Low post inside to 30. Reverse layup is short. Rebound up and picked up by Remmers, who will bank it in for 2. Remmers, she's the only double-figure scorer for Watertown. She's up to 18. 7 minutes to go in the game. 46-33, Huron leading by 13. To the free throw line, Hines spins, goes to a double team, shot up short with the left hand. Rebound knocked away, and Watertown will get control. Here's the push up ahead by Remmers. Goes underneath. The ball kicked by Huron. Saw that one. Shooting in the third quarter, Huron 3 of 10. Watertown 4 of 16. But when you look at Watertown, they started the third quarter 3 of 4. So they went 1 of 12 the rest of the way after they had their solid start in the third quarter. Watertown will run the out of bounds on the baseline. Andy Olson right below me. Lobs it all the way up top to Russell. Russell, top of the key. Little crossover. Kick back, right side to Stemwedel. Stemwedel has Schley out on her, now 30. Remmers again gets away from Davis, puts the floater in the paint for 2. Remmers having a big second half as she has scored 14 here in the third and fourth quarters. The lead at 10, 46-36 Huron. Gergen back in. She sat most of the third quarter after picking up her 4th foul. Cross-court pass, step back 3 for Gergen, and an out, went all the way down, popped out on her. And Watertown can get it back to a single-digit lead, trailing by 11 with the ball, 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Here's the lob in, low post, knocked away from 30, saved in by Watertown right to Huron, and that would have been Watertown ball if they would have let it go, but they saved it in right to Gergen. Double team in the backcourt, long pass up ahead to Allie Davis in the front court. They'll get underneath, ball tipped away, trying to get it to Schley. Watertown came aggressively pressing off the missed shot. Watertown going to come in with 3 new girls. So I see Torrance Tipton back into the game along with Gabby Olson. Huron will run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline. I believe Haley Rogers back in for Huron. Up top, there it is to Hines, and gets by Mack, goes with the scoop, no good. Rebound Schley, kick out 3 for Gergen is short. Rebound Schley underneath, and she gets fouled underneath. Huron doing a good job of rebounding that possession. Jordan Remmers picks up her 4th foul. She's been most of the offense tonight for Watertown. 5:26 to go in the game. Huron up by 11. Lob comes all the way out tonight, up top. Addie out there, isolated. Flips left side to Rogers. Haley trying to get away, and the ball deflected, stolen. There's Remmers again. Remmers going to be fouled by Rogers. Rogers just ran right into her, and Remmers gives her a little scowl look. I'm not really sure what she thought she was going to accomplish by that. Rogers picks up her second, first team on Huron. 5:15 to go in the game. Inbounds for Watertown. They get it to Gabby Olson. Remmers on the right side. Remmers will drive into the paint, stripped by Hines, but it comes right down. Tipton fouled going up. And 2 shots, and that'll be foul number 5, I believe, on Jayla Schley. So Jayla Schley fouls out of the game. She scored 6 points. Fouls out with 5:07 to go. She's the first girl to foul out of the game. Carr and Davis in as Schley comes out, as does Gergen. And 2 free throws here for Torrance Tipton. Scored a bucket in the first quarter, missed a free throw. 5:07 to go, and again, this outside of the second quarter, this game has been really sluggish. A lot of fouls called. Free throw for Tipton somehow went in. It didn't look good off the hand, but it did go in. She's got 3. Just the game hasn't had a lot of flow outside of that second quarter. Second shot is in and out, no good. Rebound by Knight. Huron up 10 as we hit 5 minutes to go in the game. Knight on the outside, trying to get away from Olson. There goes inside to Hines. Has a lane, but then the ball stripped, and they say off her thigh, out of bounds. It'll be Watertown ball, and again, the Arrows a chance to cut the lead to single digits with 4:55 to go in the game. Huron, after shooting the ball well in the first half, they've struggled here in the second half. Russell comes left side of Remmers. Remmers will go baseline. Lost the ball on the baseline. It will turn over to Huron. Remmers just got the ball, get away from her, and then when she got control of it, she hit the ball on the baseline. Watertown continues the full court pressure. Get it in tonight. Now Davis. And Davis will bring the ball up, being checked there by Remmers. Davis will start the drive, stop on the right wing. Cross court Rogers, thought about the three. She'll take the three, no good. Thought that one was going, but it didn't. Rebound Watertown. Into the front court Olson, and she has the ball stripped by Rogers again. Then the long pass up the floor, and Russell is going to get the steal. And Watertown gets the ball right back. Russell into the front court and threw it away, or was it deflected by Huron? Okay. I think Carr got the hand on the ball. Watertown wants a timeout. 4:06 to go in the game. Huron 46, Watertown 36. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Full timeout by Chad Rohde and the Watertown Arrows with 4:06 to go in the game. Huron 46, Watertown 36. Huron's biggest lead, I believe, was 16 points. They had it at the half and a couple of times in the second quarter, but they just haven't been able to shake loose from Watertown, who did get within 6 at one point in the third quarter, currently down 10. Arrows will inbound it from the sideline. Get it back up top to Mack. Mack in the corner, Russell. Russell, and the ball stripped away, but comes right down to Remmers. Almost a steal by Gergen. Remmers brings it back up top of the key, backs it out. Mack on the left wing. They'll go in, low post to Tipton. Tipton kicks out. Baseline drive. Remmers blocked by Knight. Comes down to Tipton and then lost out of bounds. Will belong to Watertown. Watertown wanted a foul, didn't get it. But the Arrows will get another opportunity. They only have 7 seconds, though, on the shot clock as they inbound it from the baseline. Mack will inbound and goes in the baseline. The ball nearly stolen away by Davis. Olson picks it up and threw it away. Steal by Knight. Knight into the front court, slows it up, gives to Gergen. As we had 3.5 minutes to go in the game, Huron up 10. Here's the feed in, down low, and a foul got to go on Tipton. She reached all the way over and knocked the ball away from Hines. Tipton with her first foul, I believe. 2 team fouls apiece. Again, I was talking about the game doesn't seem to have a lot of flow, but I guess there's only been 4 fouls called here, 2 in each team in the fourth quarter. Seems like more than that. Inbounds Carr on the baseline. Kick back out to Davis. Davis will drive baseline underneath the basket. Little runner for 2. Second bucket of the game for Davis. Huron up 48-36. 3:18 to go in the game. On the right wing, Russell. Watertown needs an answer. Right side, Stemwedel. Stemwedel now getting tied up by Gergen. She gets rid of it. Back to Remmers. Remmers on the baseline to Olson. She'll drive on Hines underneath the basket. Double team ball stripped and stolen. Hines stripped it away and it was picked up by Gergen. Hilton into the front court. A little contact there with Olson. Drive, stop, and we have a whistle and a charge on Hines. Boy, I don't see where that happened, but that's the call. Hines just her first foul. Third team on Huron as we are down to 2:52 to go. 48-36, Huron leading by 12. Huron staying in that zone mainly. They've added to it because of the foul issues. One is fouled out, and there's Davis, nearly got a steal. Came off her thigh, but Davis, Knight, Gergen, they've all had a good defensive night, forcing Watertown into some turnovers. Arrows get it up ahead to Olson. Go right side to Remmers. Remmers launches along three, too strong. Rebound out of bounds, last touched by Davis. And we'll take the trade off. They could have called a foul on Alley on that too. Watertown will inbound it with 2.5 minutes to go in the game. 48-36 Huron on top. Watertown, I think, only led twice early in the game. Inbounds in the corner to Olson. Get it back up top to Russell. Russell tries to drive on Gergen. Nice spin move. Has a lane. Takes it in for the layup. Kinsey Russell with 6 points. Her second bucket of the second half. The lead back at 10. 48-38. 2:10 to go in the game. Knight on the outside. Free throw line. Baseline it goes to Gergen. 15-footer on the baseline. Too strong. Rebound Watertown. And here comes the Arrows on the push. Russell gets cut off by Knight. Now right side, Stemwedel takes a long 18-footer. That's way short. Air ball and the rebound by Hines. And she's just getting beat up in the backcourt by Thury. They finally blow the whistle. Thury will pick up her second foul. Third team as Mack comes back in for Watertown. Minute 50 to go. Huron up 10. Davis will inbound against full court pressure. Ball deflected, but right from Knight back to Davis. Davis will bring the ball up against Remmers. Davis across the timeline. Now Remmers gets a hand on the ball. Davis goes down to get it. Are we going to get a timeout? We do. Timeout Huron with 1:38 to go. Saves the possession. Huron up 10. We'll take a timeout. 1 minute. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics that pop? PB Sports, of course. Proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Minute 38 to go in the game. Huron 48, Watertown 38. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. As Huron inbounds by the team bench, lob comes into Knight. Tried the back door to Hines, wasn't there. Knight dribbles to the left. Now she's double teamed. Goes back door, pass, somehow got it to Carr for the layup. Knight was more lucky than good on that one, but Carr did a good job of going over a couple of girls getting the ball. Carr now with 7, and Huron up again by a dozen. Here's the drive, big collision, and a blocking call going to go on Hines. And Huron not liking that call after the charge that was called on Hines just a few moments ago. Hines picks up her second, and Remmers to the line to shoot 2, and that would have fouled out Remmers. And it did look like good position. Now they're going to say it's not, they're going to say it's not in the act of shooting. So Watertown's going to run the out of bounds on the baseline. It's the 4th team foul, and Huron next one will put them in the bonus. But they were not in the act of shooting, ruled the official. Minute 17 remaining. Inbounds comes all the way up top to 30. Now it's Remmers. Top of the key, 3, in and out. Rebound for Knight. Knight works the ball up against the pressure from 30. Into the front court, almost lost possession of the ball. Overhand pass to Gergen. We're at 1 minute to go in the game. Huron up 10, 12. Davis isolated on the right wing. Just holding the ball, cross court. Gergen, wide open 3, no good. Rebound slapped out of bounds, will be Watertown ball. But 46 seconds remaining. Rogers will come in for Huron. And I see what Kaufman's doing here with 46 seconds left. The lead is 12. The 5 seniors will probably get the chance to play out the end of this game. Of course, they started the game as well. Olsen on the drive, nearly lost it, picked up. Open jumper from 12, no good for Remmers. Rebound Huron. Rogers will bring the ball up. The shot clock is off. We'll see if Huron can dribble it out. Looks like they will, and the Huron Tigers, it wasn't the prettiest of wins, especially in the second half, but the Huron Tigers will improve their record to 10-8 as they will defeat the Watertown Arrows here tonight. The final, Huron 50, Watertown 38. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll have an extended Gary Zell Autoglass post game as they'll do senior night introductions coming up. Then we'll get to our pregame for the boys as well. 2-minute timeout, then back here to the arena. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
In 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th century theme restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger postgame show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And welcome back to the arena. They're doing the senior night introductions. The boys first, the girls next, and honor all these kids who put a lot of time in for the black and orange. And of course, they're not done yet as we get towards the end of the season next week. Still haven't got my point totals here yet, but we can do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Again, we do have a little extra time here with the senior night festivities here. Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update, 605-352-5316. Girls final, Brandon Valley 56, Spearfish 21. Yankton about to pull an upset over T-Area 54-44. That could have a say in the Huron Tigers seeding if that holds up. Washington leads Roosevelt 52-37 at the end of the third quarter. Final, Harrisburg 56, Douglas 19. And Aberdeen 18, Brookings 16. Mitchell 11, Pierce 6 at the end of the first quarter. That's your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Do have the stats here, so let's take a look at that for Watertown. They're now 3-15 on the season. They're led by Jordan Remmers with 20 points, had 14 in the second half. Kinsey Russell had 6. 4 points for Ellie Thury and Lydia Stemwedel. 3 for Torrance Tipton and a free throw for Emma Olson. For the Huron Tigers, 23 for Hilton Hines, 7 for Chloe Carr, 8 for Jayla Schley. Addie Knight added 5, 3 for Jency Gergen, and 4 for Allie Davis. Shooting in the game for the Huron Tigers. First for Watertown, they were 13 of 50 from the field, 26%. 2 of 19 on threes for 10%. 10 of 16 from the free throw line. Huron was 20 of 44 from the field. First half, they shot 62%. Second half, 25%. Came out to 46% total. Huron just 1 of 12 on the threes tonight. And just 50% on the free throws, 9 of 18. Watertown had 32 rebounds, 13 for Ellie Thury tonight. Huron had 30 rebounds, a little more balance there. 6 for Haley Rogers and 5 for Hilton Hines and for Chloe Carr and for Addie Knight. Each team had their share of turnovers, 15 for Watertown, 14 for Huron. And those are the totals here as the Huron Tiger girls improve their record to 10-8 on the season. They'll wrap up the season now coming up on next week, Tuesday at home with O'Gorman doubleheader. Then on the road a week from tonight at Brandon Valley to wrap up the regular season. Then for the girls, the Sodak 16 games will be 2 weeks from tonight. Well, now they're doing a introduction here for both Hilton Hines and Blake Elwine, so we'll just keep it on the air here for this as our PA does give the introductions, and now it's Cody Kaufman coming out with Hilton Hines. Honor her for going over 1,000 points. Was early in the second quarter. I will get you over to that after the game. I'll see if I can find the clip and I'll get that posted on social media. It was an out of bounds play where Allie Davis threw it to her, and she just got a nice wide open layup for it to go over 1,000 for her career. Congratulations for that. And now Blake Elwine will be introduced, as 2 weeks ago tomorrow he became the all-time leading scorer in Huron Tiger boys basketball history as he passed his dad Jay, who's out there with him. Jay had the record at 1,383. So Blake Elwine now the all-time leading scorer in Tiger boys basketball history. Jay now number 2. I know Eric Hall is number 3, and then I'm not really sure how it goes down. Rod Merriam, Terrell Newton, I think, are all in that bunch as well. So in any case, congratulations to both Blake and Hilton being honored for their exploits here for the Huron Tigers. So there you go. We have one game in the books. We have a big crowd here tonight at the arena, and we're getting set for the back half of our doubleheader, and what a game it should be. Watertown 14-3, Huron 13-4, ranked number 3 and number 4 in AA basketball. A great matchup here at the arena tonight. Had a chance to talk to both coaches, Pat McClemens, head coach of Watertown, and of course our own Tim Budnagan. Those interviews coming up after this 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Bruises and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
Getting set for our boys game now of the doubleheader back half with Watertown and Huron. Pat McClemens, head coach of the Watertown Arrows, they come in with a sparkling record, 14-3 on the season. And coach, we're just visiting about it. Last year you were on the outside looking into the Sodak. This year, right now, the 3 seed, 14-3. Kids have bought in.
Yeah, I mean, we've you know, it's fun. You know, Tim and I were visiting a little bit, obviously beforehand, and ultimately what it comes down to is you got to have kids that can score and make some plays for you, right? And I think some of those kids for us have obviously matured and continued to get better throughout the year. And we have what Watertown probably hasn't had over the course of a few years is we've got a little bit of height and length, so we're able not to give up as many easy baskets maybe inside as we have in the past.
And talk about some of these kids, because, again, I see names I recognize from last year.
They are. I mean, Carter Bisker and Jackson McClemens were 2 kids that were our leading scorers last year. Caden Decker is a returning starter as well. Jack Mack and Isaac Rehorst played last year as sophomores, but we're still trying to figure out you know, where their strengths and things were. And Dane Stark played last year. I mean, so I think when you look at it, we returned a lot of kids that got some valuable experience last year, and I think have grown into becoming better basketball players from last year to this.
Now you get the Huron Tigers tonight. Huron, like you, a lot of kids back from last year, and maybe the tallest team you've ever coached against.
I would agree. College level, right? You know, and what they do and where they're successful. I think, again, Tim and I visiting for the game, we're probably a little bit old school. You know, we both still feel you need to score the basketball in the paint, and so with the multitude of kids that Tim has that are big and physical, a lot of those kids, and he can run a lot of different sets to get different players the ball inside to score. And they can still knock down shots, but their length defensively and physicality is going to bother all teams, and so that's a concern for tonight as well.
And wrap it up with this, you know, the focus is clear now. A lot of teams could come out on the top here at the end of the season, and I think your kids are convinced now we're one of them. This is a big step for everybody tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody is, you know, just trying to figure out how to win their next game, and because they know that matters in regards to your seeding and where you're going to end up. So hopefully we'll give a good effort tonight. It should be a great atmosphere, and I think a game like this prepares you for the Sodak 16 here in a couple weeks.
Pat McClemens, head coach of Watertown. This is Dakota Sports. 1 minute timeout. This is Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Clean Plus offers epoxy floor coating for garages, basements, and
Here
outdoor
go Bud
patios,
in 3,
as
2,
well as commercial
and 1.
and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at Pro Clean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East. Or check out their website at procleanplus.net. Pro Clean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
Continue our pregame here before our boys' half of the doubleheader. Huron Tigers, Watertown Arrows. Tim Budnagan, head coach of the Tigers, joins us. Brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Coach, a week and a day off. I think everybody was ready for the break. Got a couple of days off here, and then good week of prep here for what is a big game tonight.
Yeah, it is a big game, and yeah, we had a good week of practice and got Blake back in practice on Monday, so everything's back to normal, or what you could call normal for this year, and looking forward to playing tonight.
Now, Watertown comes in, and I checked with Mac, and I thought I was right. They did not make the Sodak 16. This is one of the biggest turnarounds we've seen in AA boys in several years.
Yeah, you know what? They spread it. They shoot it well. The big guys get to the boards. So we're going to have to take away the three-point shot, and that's been an Achilles heel for us in big games. Harrisburg hit 8. I think Lincoln hit 12, and Roosevelt hit 14. So I think that's 30-some threes in the big games that we played, and that's 100-some points. So we got to make sure that between threes and free throws, over 100-some points, which is half the point total in those 3 games. So we really got to get on the three-point shot, and then we can't foul them as they're penetrating to the basket.
You know, one thing, the silver lining came out of last week with Blake having to sit out those 2 games. You know, different guys had different roles. A few guys got some extra minutes they don't normally get. So, you know, the fact he came out of with 2 wins and got some guys some different roles, some different chances, that worked out well.
Yeah, it is. It's very important down the stretch that those guys get some playing time, so when they get in the game, they're comfortable being out there. They understand their game plan and that type of stuff, but it's always a little bit different playing in the JV game, and then all of a sudden you get in front of a crowd and you're playing on Friday night, and then there's a big crowd and you got to perform and you got to focus and you got to know the sets and in different positions. So it is nerve-wracking, but those guys got experience both Tuesday and Thursday, so hopefully they'll be a little bit more comfortable tonight.
And just wrap it up with that. There's no sugarcoating. A big game here tonight, number 3 against number 4 in the rankings. I think 3 and 5 in the power points. And, you know, somebody's going to come out looking a lot better on their seat at the end of the night.
Yeah, but there's still 2 games left, and you still got to play. Like I said, it doesn't matter where we fall in the standings as long as we get a home game, because we're going to play anybody in the Huron Arena, and we just wanted to be at home for that DAC 16 game, which makes it a little bit nicer for us with a home crowd, being our 6th person on the floor. So after tonight, wherever we fall, win, lose, or draw, we're still going to have to come back and play 2 more.
Tim Budnagan, head coach of the Tigers, brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. 1-minute timeout on Dakota Sports.
Great teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena, where we get set for our boys matchup. Huron and Watertown, a pair of top 5 teams battling on this Friday night at the arena. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update, 605-352-5316. Huron Tiger girls wrestlers in Region 3 in Mitchell, and if I'm counting right, there's 5 girls that have qualified for the state tournament next week. Moose will wrestle for the championship at 125, and then wrestling for third place, Ba at 140, Shaylee Saw at 110, Caitlin Flory at 235. I believe there's one other one down here. Oh, nope, that's it. So I think it's 4. I got to recount here real quick. Yeah, 4 have their spots in. Now we have several girls wrestling for 5th. If they win that, they'll at least be an alternate with a chance to potentially wrestle at the state tournament. So Huron has 4 in the state tournament, with 1 wrestling for a championship and 3 wrestling for third place. Let's do a Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Going to AA basketball, girls AA, we do have some finals. Harrisburg 56, Douglas 19, Brandon Valley 56, Spearfish 21, Yankton 59, T-Area 46. Halftime, Mitchell 29, Pierre 13. Also at halftime, Aberdeen 23, Brookings 22. And late in the game, Washington leads Roosevelt 69-43. Those are girls' scores. Boys' scores, halftime, Washington 28, Roosevelt 27. Late in the third quarter, Lincoln 37, Jefferson 36. The top 2 teams, Lincoln and Roosevelt, they're getting themselves games tonight. Halftime, Mitchell and Pierre are tied at 17. Early second quarter, Harrisburg 21, Douglas 12. That's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute, give you the starting lineups for Huron and Watertown boys. Again, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bacon Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bacon Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. We're ready for tip-off of our boys game. Here's the starting lineups for Watertown. Head coach Pat McClemens, by the way. Coach McClemens is retiring at the end of this season. He's had a long career coaching both girls and boys in Pierre and Watertown. One of the good guys that I enjoy visiting with. Jack Mack is a 6'6 junior. Caden Decker is a 5'11 senior. Jackson McClemens, a 6'5 senior, son of the coach. Isaac Rehorst, a 6'7 junior. And Carter Bisker is a 6'3 senior. Huron Tigers head coach Tim Budenhagen. Miles Elwine, a 6'5 sophomore. Mason Jurgens, a 6-foot senior. After missing the last 2 games back in the starting lineup, Blake Elwine, a 6'10 senior. Anderson Porish, a 6'6 junior, and Davis Chase, a 6'8 junior. Huron 13-4, Watertown 14-3. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division, Jim Ricketts Jr., Andy Deinert, and Trent Kingsbury are the officials for this game. They're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. We'll get a timeout of 30 seconds, and we'll be ready for tip-off here from the arena. 30 on Dakota Sports.
It is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Well, welcome back to the Huron Arena. And we're set for our boys game. Huron in their home whites with orange numbers and letters, orange and black trim. Watertown in their road purple with gold numbers and letters and gold trim. Still getting everybody put together at halftime. I am expecting Hilton Hines to come up at halftime to talk about her going over 1,000 points and also, most importantly, the Tiger win here this evening for the girls to move to a 10-8. And jumping, Blake Elwine for Huron and Isaac Rehorst for Watertown. And the tip controlled by the Tigers. And Blake Elwine will get Huron into the offense. Again, Watertown has brought the biggest student section I've seen here at the visiting student section I've seen in a long time. Underneath, Blake Elwine got the easy post up for two, and Huron scores quickly. Huron shows some pressure in the backcourt. Elwine against McClemens. Throw back in the middle, Bisker. Bisker gets it across the timeline. Now Mack at the top of the key. Ball deflected out of bounds, will stay with Watertown. Didn't see who got the hand on the ball there, but Watertown will maintain possession. A lot of noise here in the arena as expected. Up top, it's McClemens. Feed in the corner to Decker. Decker back up top, and we have a whistle away from the ball. And a foul going to go on Juergens, and I didn't see what he did there. Juergens with the first foul of the game. Comes 36 seconds in. Huron up 2-0 early. Watertown will run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline, far end of the floor. Triggering is Bisker. Bisker will have to come all the way out. Nearly threw it away. McClemens came up with it, but then he throws it away. Down the floor quickly comes Elwine. Oh, put it up too strong. He was kind of off balance trying to get the shot off. And Watertown comes back after turning the ball over. Left side, Caden Decker. In the middle, boy, that looked like a travel. Scoop shot is good for Mack. We're tied at 2. Miles Elwine will come into the front court. As he's guarded out there by Bisker. Miles looks like straight man here by Watertown. Miles flips it right side to Chase. Chase back cross court and caught by Elwine. Now it's Juergens. Takes the three, right wing, back of the iron, no good. Ball slapped out, controlled by Watertown. Arrows with a chance for an early lead. Drive, Bisker almost lost it. Stops left wing, backs it out. Top of the key to Mack. Reverse it right side to Rehorst. Rehorst, baseline, threw it away. Another turnover. Porish, cross court to Elwine. Blake feeds in the middle, and the dunk for Chase. Blake just did an underhand flip to Davis Chase, and he had a wide open lane to the basket. 4-2 Huron. 2 minutes gone, first quarter. Drive into the paint, bank shot for two as Caden Decker answers for Watertown. They spread the floor and drove right down the middle of the lane. Can't let Watertown do that. Here's the lob in underneath to Blake Elwine against Decker. Now they do the double team, stripped, and a foul going to go on Watertown. Pat McClemens looks like he's agreeing with it. Boy, they're giving. I think McClemens agreed with the foul, but I don't know that he's agreeing with Blake Elwine getting 2 free throws out of it, but he is going to get 2 free throws out of it. Free throw is good for Blake. He's got 3. 5-4 Huron, 5:42 to go, first quarter. 3 minutes after 8 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM in Huron. One more shot for Elwine. Got them both. He's got 4 at 6-4 Huron, 5:40 to go, first quarter. McClemens brings the ball up against Porish. McClemens trying to drive, cut off, tried the back door, not there. Now goes back door, and the layup is good. Cutting on the weak side was Bisker. Nice pass from McClemens. Watertown is 3 for 3 from the field, and we're tied at 6. Porish on the right wing. Cross court, open 3. Juergens in the corner. Yes! Mason Juergens hits a 3 in the corner. Huron up 9-6. 5:08 to go, first quarter. Up top, it's Decker. Here to go, Rehorst on the baseline. Kick out. Now McClemens underneath. Shot up, blocked by Chase. Decker comes down with it, shoots again, misses again. Rebound by Porish. Up the floor, and the ball deflected out of bounds as McClemens jumped in front of Elwine. Will still be here on ball. First sub of the game in for Watertown, Dane Stark, 6-foot junior. He has started some games and plays starter minutes. Inbounds for Huron on the sideline by the Watertown bench. Up top, Miles Elwine, back to Blake. Kick out, Juergens, fake, stops. Back up top, go low post to Chase. Shovel pass to Porish for the reverse layup. Huron moving the ball well. Huron up 11-6. 4.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Bisker gets Watertown into the offense. Back up top. It's Rehorst. Now Mack. Mack drives baseline, knocked away by Chase. Will still be Watertown ball. 4:20 to go, first quarter. Huron subs in for the first time as Carter Porish checks in for big brother Anderson, and James Schultz Jr. in as Juergens comes out for the Tigers. Watertown will inbound it from by the Tiger band. And ball nearly stolen by Schultz. He got in front of Bisker, knocked it out of bounds. Will still be Watertown ball on the sideline. Inbounds up top, McClemens against Miles Elwine. McClemens drives, leans in, too strong. Davis Chase with the rebound. Chase gives it up to Schultz Jr. into the front court. Jimmy, left side Elwine, looks back at the coach. That's Miles. Now Schultz back at the top of the key. Huron stacks it up high. Lob pass to Blake Elwine. Blake gets a screen, roll. Here's Miles Elwine on the left wing. In the middle, fake by Carter Porish. Can't get the shot off. 3 for Chase in the corner. Too strong. And the rebound for Mack. Mack in the front court, and off the hands of McClemens, out of bounds, turnover to the Huron Tigers. There's that pesky James Schultz Jr. making a defensive play again. Ball belongs to the Tigers, 11-6 Huron, 3:41 to go here in the first quarter. In for Watertown is Ashton Rabine. He is a senior. Baseline, it goes to Chase, puts up the 10-footer. It's short, gets his own rebound, reverse layup, no good, and then the ball deflected out and cleared by Watertown. There was a couple of good chances for Huron. A kick by Blake Elwine as Watertown was bringing the ball up. It'll still be arrow ball with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. 11-6, neither team has scored here for a couple of trips. Mack will inbound it, get it up top to Rabine. Left side, McClemens against Chase. McClemens starts the drive, has to back it out. Now in the corner, Rabine. Shot is blocked by Elwine, coming back this way, and Blake will dunk it. He blocked the shot and then went coast to coast for the dunk. Huron up 13-6, and Watertown throws it away. They threw it over to the press, and Bisker couldn't save it from going out of bounds. Right now, this place has come alive. Huron up 13-6. Defense turns to offense, and the ball was only touched by one Huron Tiger, Blake Elwine. Inside of 3 minutes to go, first quarter, Huron up 7. Blake Elwine drives by Mack, leans in, and a foul going to go on Mack. Made the shot, they'll wave it off, and that is the correct call. The foul came before the collision underneath the basket. Jack Mack with the foul. That is his first and the second team on Watertown. Inbounds for Huron, Blake Elwine. And we have a foul away from the ball and an offensive foul going to go on Carter Porish. Didn't really see what happened. He was trying to come to the ball, and he and McClemens were working on position there. So the foul on Carter Porish is his first. Second team on Huron. Rehorst is back in for the Arrows. 2:45 to go first quarter. Huron up early here, 13-6. McClemens playing some catch in the backcourt with Decker. Decker gets by Chase. He wants to drive into the paint. Goes back door, shot up, no good. Foul on Huron. Again, that's just a tough matchup. You think the big guy against the little guy, the advantage is the big guy, but when the little guy is coming down the floor, it's hard for the big guy to get in front. Davis Chase picks up the foul, his first. And Rehorst at the line to shoot two. First one is good. Breaks a little scoring drought for Watertown. They're back within 6, 13-7. Anderson, Porish, and Juergens are back in for Huron as Chase and Schultz come off. And one more shot here for Isaac Rehorst, 6'7" junior for the Watertown Arrows. Second shot is good, got them both. And Watertown back within 5, 13-8, 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Watertown picking Huron up at half court. Blake Elwine against, they've cleared out for him, and a foul going to go on Watertown. Decker just doing too much reaching, I guess. And he'll pick up the fouls at his second. It is. Second and the third team on Watertown, 3 team fouls apiece. Dane Stark back in for Watertown. Huron will inbound it on the baseline below me with Blake Elwine. Inbounds comes to Miles Elwine. Faked the three, but they got out on him. Baseline to Carter Porish. Carter double teamed. Fakes, leans in, shot up, and won't go. Fell on the rim. Anderson Porish saved it in. No, he did not. Oh, it hung on the rim, would not drop for Carter Porish. And Watertown a chance to cut the lead again, 13-8 Huron. As Mack back into the game, McClemens rotating guys in about every whistle, it seems like. 13-8 Watertown. Oh boy, that looked like a travel. It was a double clutch in the backcourt by Stark. He wanted to go one direction, but saw it was covered with the trap and traveled, turns the ball right back over to the Huron Tigers. 2:11 to go first quarter. Inbounds Juergens, right back to Blake Elwine. And Blake up top, right side Juergens. Juergens looking down low, going back door, and nice catch by Blake. Gives back to Carter Porish in the corner. Carter Porish back up top, Juergens, right side Porish. Porish looking back door, Anderson. Anderson, top of the key, now gives back to Carter Porish. Carter on the drive, goes in, shot up short, and the rebound underneath for Stark. Huron attacking the basket, but not getting shots to drop. McClemens starts the drive, fell down, but got rid of the ball. Three is good for Bisker. Off balance, and Watertown pulls within 2, 13-11. 5-0 run Watertown with 1:23 to go first quarter. Miles Elwine into the front court. Out there with Bisker. Right side Blake Elwine. Top of the key, right back to Miles. On the baseline, Anderson Porish. Back up top, Jurgen, swinging right side. Here it is, low post to Blake Elwine. They're trying to double team on him on the baseline. Triple team, shovel it to Anderson. Porish, little left-handed scoop, won't go. Rebound, Watertown. Hurons missed their last 5 shots, I think. Watertown a chance to tie or even take the lead with a 3. Drive down the middle of the lane. Mack missed the scoop shot, and a foul going to go on Watertown on the rebound. Boy, Mack had a nice drive down the lane. He tried to spin to get Blake Elwine, get his body between him and Blake Elwine. He ended up putting it up too strong. The foul was on Rabine, his first, and that's the 4th team on Watertown. But just 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Watertown scored the last 5 points. Huron leads 13-11 with 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Elwine will walk it into the front court. They isolate him again. He'll drive, get fouled. Foul on, is that on Decker? To be his 3rd. Nope. It's on Rabine, his 1st. But that is the 5th team foul, and Blake Elwine to the free throw line for 2. Huron's been stuck at 13 for, seems like about 2 to 3 basketball minutes. Elwine to shoot 2 here. First free throw is good. 38 seconds to go, first quarter. Carter Porish in, Davis Chase out. He has 1 free throw pending for Blake Elwine. Second shot for Elwine is good. He's got 8. Huron back up by 4, 15-11. About 3 seconds difference, game clock, shot clock here for Watertown. McClemens into the front court. Dribbles to the right. Still on the dribble, right side, Rehorst. Top of the key, Rabine. Now it's McClemens again. They want to run down that shot clock, I think, for 1. Out there with Porish. McClemens pulls up a 3. Got it. Off balance, 2. 1-point game, 15-14. Huron's got 8 seconds to work with. Blake Elwine back door. Here's the shot blocked by Watertown. Rehorst blocked Porish. And the half-court shot at the buzzer, no good after 1. It's Huron 15, Watertown 14. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
Start the second quarter in a very loud Huron arena. First quarter, Huron was 5 of 14, Watertown 5 of 9 and hit, I think, their last 3 shots. Watertown with a chance for a lead as they have the possession first to start the second quarter. Stark comes left side to Mack. Now flip it on the left side, Rehorst. McClemens back up top of the key. McClemens backed it out, lost the ball, and caught it just before going over and back. Now Bisker comes out. Bisker trying to use a screen, dribbles right, stops, back up top, McClemens against Miles Elwine, drives into the paint, shoots over Miles, no good, rebound, and Chase gonna tip it to himself, and Huron with the board. Got to get something going on offense. Been a while since Huron's hit one from the field. Chase comes back to Porish, and it's stolen away by Stark. Stark down the floor, throws back to McClemens, leans in on Elwine, count it, and a foul on Elwine. Watertown forces the turnover, and the Arrows have the lead here early in the second quarter, 16-15. First foul of the game against Blake Elwine. And Watertown up 1. Huron led early by 7, 13-6. But haven't hit a shot from the field since then. McClemens hits the and 1, and Watertown up 17-15 early in the second quarter. Miles Elwine across the timeline. Straight man by Watertown. Now it's right side Blake Elwine. He'll drive, get by McClemens, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to be a block on Watertown. And again, McClemens not complaining. The Watertown section is, but McClemens saying, no, you just didn't get over there in time. And Jack Mack picks up his second foul. He and Decker both have 2 for Watertown. Huron will run the out of bounds. Again, Huron's got to hit a shot from the field. It's been a while. Juergens in the corner. Elwine, Miles for 3. Yes! Miles Elwine, his first shot, and Huron takes an 18-17 lead on the 3 by Elwine. Miles Elwine. Watertown now their turn. Low post Mack against Miles Elwine. Both Elwines, and stolen by Blake. Blake Elwine will push up the floor. Juergens on the left side struggled and threw it away. Juergens never got a clean handle of the ball in transition. Watertown turns it over. McClemens almost loses the ball. Now up top, Bisker. Bisker step back, goes back door. There's McClemens for the layup. McClemens backdoor cut. Watertown's been doing a lot of that. McClemens, I believe he has scored the last 8 points for Watertown, and they lead 19-18 with 6:10 to go. McClemens nearly gets a steal. Juergens at the top of the key. Spread the floor. And right side, Porish has to go through his hands. Huron's got to hang on to the ball. Chase, now Juergens. Juergens, Miles Elwine, left wing. Blake at the low post on the baseline, leans in, off glass for 2. Blake Elwine with the bucket. He's in double figures with 10. Huron up 20-19, 5:43 to go in the first half. Jack Mack on the right wing. Comes back up top to Stark. Stark hands it off to Bisker. Bisker on the outside, wants to drive, goes all the way to the hoop, no good. And are they going to call goaltending? They are. Are they calling a foul, or are they calling goaltending, or are they calling both? They called a foul on Huron. And they also called goaltending as well. Davis Chase got the goaltending in the foul, his second. So count the basket for Bisker. And he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play, and Chase goes to the bench with 5:28 to go here in the first half with 2 fouls. Carter Porish back in, free throw good for Bisker. Bisker, he has 8 points, as most of the, all but 4 points have come from McClemens and Bisker here in the first half for Watertown. 22-20, Watertown leading. 5:15 to go, first half. Schultz back into the game for Huron. Miles Elwine on the left wing. Miles will back it out against Bisker. Dribbles to the right, bounce past Schultz. Now Anderson Porish. Anderson back up top, Schultz. Schultz backs it out again. 8 seconds on the shot clock, gotta go. 6-5. Here's the low post. Carter Porish, hard to the hoop, put it up short, but a foul gonna go on Watertown. Watertown wanted to travel, didn't get it. Carter Porish to the line to shoot 2. Isaac Rehorst with his second, so Rehorst, Decker, and Mack all have 2 fouls. That's something for Coach McClemens to think about. Carter Porish at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. Rabine back into the game for Watertown as Rehorst comes out. Both teams are looking at potential foul trouble. I guess Chase the only one with more than 1 for Huron. Second free throw is good. Carter Porish got them both. We're tied at 22. 4:53 to go in the first half. McClemens against Anderson Porish across the timeline. Wants to drive down the middle of the lane, shot, and a foul going to go on Blake Elwine. And boy, that's a tough call to take for Blake Elwine. He blocked the shot. It looked like there was very little contact there. It was more McClemens fouling backwards. Now Blake Elwine has 2 fouls. McClemens will shoot 2. First free throw is good. Watertown is perfect from the free throw line, 5 for 5 here in the first half. 4:44 to go in the second quarter. 23-22 Watertown. Second free throw good. Arrows back up by 2. Caden Decker back in for Watertown. 24-22 Watertown. Huron had an early 7-point lead in the first quarter, but really have struggled to get into the flow offensively since then. Blake Elwine, Carter Portage on the right wing. Carter going back door. There's Blake underneath for the layup. Backdoor play, good for Blake Elwine. He's got a dozen. We're tied at 24. 4:23 to go here in the first half. Arrows up top. We'll swing it around the corner, Rabine. Rabine against Anderson Porish. Decker at the top of the key against Carter Porish. Wants to drive, and a blocking call on Carter Porish. Anytime Watertown goes in the lane, they're almost assured of drawing a foul. That'll be the second foul on Carter Porish, and the third team on Huron, 2 on Watertown here in the second quarter. And Davis Chase with 2 fouls will come in for Carter Porish as Watertown will inbound it on the baseline. We're tied at 24. 4:12 to go, first half. McClemens in the corner. Baseline, off-balance shot is good. Tough shot. McClemens having a big second quarter, 9 points, 12 for the game. Watertown up 26-24. Schultz Jr. backs it out. Now flips to Elwine. Blake on the baseline is Chase. Davis starts to drive, kicks back out to Blake Elwine. Blake shoots the 3, no good, a little short, rebound slapped out, controlled by Chase, and then he's called for the charge, and that will be number 3 on Davis Chase. Davis Chase will have to watch the rest of the first half as he comes off. Carter Porish back in. 3:41 to go here in the third quarter. Or the second quarter, excuse me. Watertown up 26-24. Schultz back into the game for Huron. McClemens will bring the ball up against Anderson Porish. Huron going still straight man. Decker on the right side against Carter Porish. Backs it up top. In the corner, they go to Rabine. Rabine now hands it off to Bisker. Bisker against Miles Elwine. Now top of the key, it's McClemens. McClemens step back, a long 2. No good, finally missed one. Elwine with the rebound, and he's fouled from behind by Rabine. That'll be his second. Finally got Jackson McClemens to miss a shot. Third team foul on Watertown. 26-24, Arrows lead, 3:14 to go in the first half. Schultz into the front court. Left side is Anderson Porish. Now they'll find Elwine on the baseline. Blake backs his way in on McClemens and gets hammered, and there's no call on that. No call as Elwine got knocked to the floor. He'll inbound it on the baseline. It'll still be here on ball at least. In for Watertown, Mason Anderson, a sophomore, in for the first time for the Arrows. Huron will inbound. Back door, there it is. Anderson Porish for 2. Got the feed from Blake Elwine. Second bucket for Anderson Porish. We're tied at 26. Up top, it's Bisker. Bisker, oh, looked like a travel. Now it's McClemens. McClemens at the free throw line against Porish. Now on the right side, back up top, McClemens for 3, no good. And Elwine with the one-handed rebound. Blake into the front court, 2.5 minutes to go. Ball deflected, and Huron throws it away. Blake was trying to hit Anderson Porish on the baseline. Somebody got a hand on it. We have Watertown with a timeout. 2:22 to go here in the first half, tied at 26. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Down Huron specializes in embroidered and screen printed items and awards. Signature Plus does all work in-house with the latest in technology and equipment, paying attention to the smallest details. Screen printing and embroidery, stop by for your Huron Tiger Sports apparel and for casual business wear. Located at 363 Wisconsin Avenue Southwest, downtown Huron. Signature Plus, supporting the Huron Tigers.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics that pop? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers. PB Sports, downtown Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Full timeout by Watertown. Arrows with the ball. 2:20 to go in the first half. Up top start comes off left side. I believe that's Rabine. Now back up top the key, Anderson. Screen out front as Bisker drives, gets inside of Juergens, lays it in for two. Watertown continues to attack the basket. Bisker in double figures with 10. Watertown back up 28-26 inside of 2 minutes to go in the first half. Anderson Porish gets Huron into the offense this possession. Has Juergens on the right wing in the corner. Miles Elwine. Now Juergens again, got a double low post. They go into Blake Elwine. Baseline, pulls up with a 10-footer, too strong. Offensive rebound, Carter Porish, and he's fouled with the putback. 2 shots coming up for Carter Porish. Minute 38 to go here in the first half. Watertown 28, Huron 26. And that is foul number 3 on Ashton Rabine. Free throw in and out, no good. First missed free throw either team tonight. Into the game for the first time for Huron, Chase Schuhart. He comes in for Blake Elwine. Don't want him to pick up a cheap third foul playing defense, as the second free throw, no good, missed them both. Rebound underneath for Anderson. So 2 missed free throws. Here comes Watertown. Up by 2 with the ball. Minute and a half to go here in the first half. Bisker back cross court. Nice catch by McClemens. Now top of the key. Drive in the corner. 3 for Anderson's an air ball. And the rebound comes down to Carter Porish. And driving to the hoop is Schuhart. And he's going to go to the line. Huron got out in transition, and Chase Schuhart just into the game. He gets to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 1:14 to go. Foul on McClemens is his first. Free throw for Schuhart, short. Huron has missed 3 free throws in a row. One more shot for Schuhart, the junior. And missed it, but offensive rebound. There's Carter Porish again. He'll lean in on Anderson. Shot up, no good. Huron, all kinds of chances, can't score the basketball. Missed 2 free throws and then miss a rebound and a putback. And here comes Watertown. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Arrows outside, and what do we have? A whistle away from the ball, and the foul going to go on Huron, and I didn't see what happened there. Might have been on Miles Elwine, or no, Juergens. No, it is on Miles Elwine. That'll be the first foul on Miles Elwine, and to the free throw line, Carter Bisker to shoot 2 with 52 seconds to go here in the first half. At halftime, we'll be chatting with Hilton Hines. Huron Tiger Sr. went over 1,000 career points. Free throw is good for Bisker, and Watertown up 3, 29-26. Biggest lead, I think, that Watertown's had here in the first half. Again, Huron had a 7-point lead in the first quarter, but Watertown just seems to have had the upper hand since then. Both free throws good. Watertown is perfect from the free throw line, 8 for 8. 30-26 Watertown, 47 seconds to go here in the first half. Huron needs a bucket. In the corner, it's Schuhart. High post, Carter Porish. Blake Elwine is back in. Miles Elwine, top of the key, dribbles off to the right. They go baseline to Blake. Here's the cut. Carter Porish to the hoop for 2. Backdoor cut for Carter Porish. He has 4. Huron within 2. The shot clock off with 24 seconds to go in the first half. Watertown a chance to score last. McClemens gives off left side to Stark. Now it's Anderson, handed off. 3 for Bisker is short. Rebound underneath. Anderson comes up with it. He can't hit it. Rebound Carter Porish. Huron has 8 seconds to work with. On the right side, Anderson Porish to the hoop, and a blocking call going to go on Watertown. Watertown angry with the call. Huron gets one there, perhaps. And 2 free throws coming up for Anderson Porish. Huron has missed their last 4 free throws with 3.1 seconds left here in the first half. Anderson Porish will shoot 2. The foul was on Bisker, his first. Porish, the free throw is good. Anderson has 5, and Huron within 1. Schultz and Juergens in as Carter Porish and Blake Elwine out. Don't want any silly fouls here before the end of the first half either. One more shot for Anderson Porish. And got them both. We're tied at 30. 3.1 seconds to go. It comes into McClemens. McClemens' half-court shot's going to be way off. And at the half, we are tied. Huron 30, Watertown 30. Timeout 1 minute, then back here to the arena. And we'll have our Gary Zell Autoglass post game with the Huron Tiger girls. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
In 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th Century Theme Restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzards. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for hot eats and cool treats.
1340 KIJV is Tiger Radio. It's halftime. Let's join the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And welcome back to the arena. A raucous crowd here tonight. And at the half of our boys' game, Huron and Watertown are tied at 30. The girls' game, Huron won 50-38. A solid first half. A little stagnant in the second half, but hey, a win's a win. And Hilton Hines joins us here, senior for the Huron Tigers. Went over 1,000 points early in the second quarter. And I guess maybe poetic justice. I think the assist went to Allie Davis. I think you two have thrown a lot of passes to each other over the years.
Yep.
Tell us about that play. It's a designed out-of-bounds play. You've run a lot for you, right?
Yeah, it's usually like a screen up, and then I have to slip, and usually it's just a read, and it always usually works somehow, and it just worked that time, and it worked good.
Now, as far as the 1,000 points go, you're in it for the wins. It's nice to see how you can get the accolades, and with the family tradition, Haven first, then Hampton, now Hilton, and the two boys are 4th and 5th on the high scoring list, aren't they?
Yep, I told Highland after this, I said, I beat you in that.
Well, talk about the early time. I imagine your dad was your first coach. I think he coached all you kids growing up, right?
Yep.
And just tell us about what were some of the skills you worked on? You're a different player than your two sisters.
Mm-hmm. I just always like to attack, and in the gym, they always beat up on me, and I just always tried to go into them and go up, and that's what I always key on, is just driving to the basket and going up strong the entire time. And
really, I mean, you didn't make a three tonight. You probably have less threes this year than last year, maybe the year before, but I call it the Euro step. I call it traveling too, but you've kind of perfected that move, and you just keep, for at 5'8", and that's probably generous. You're able to use your arms. Did that kind of come on recently, or is that something you've always worked on?
I've always been working in the gym, but lately I've been working on that to stay patient in there and just wait and see what the defense does, and then go up strong when I see that opening.
And, and as far as I said, your dad was your first coach, but you had lots of people to look forward to. I was thinking of it myself. Houston started playing varsity basketball when he was a sophomore in 2013. So next December will be the first time I don't put a Hines on a varsity scorebook in, 12 years. But, has any one of them worked with you more than others? Obviously, Hampton was the only one you got to play with.
I think my sisters have always been there for me. They always send me texts, and they're always helping me. They haven't been there as much since they're at college, but they've always helped me throughout games, after games, and telling me what to do and help.
And as far as the future, you're going to Dakota State, where Hampton is, and how much was that your choice, and how much was that the fact that Hampton is there?
I just really like the school, and the coaches were very nice. But her being there also pushed me too as a big factor. But their program is very good, and I like how they spread their offense and stuff.
I will remind you too, their sports information director, Nick Hunnemer, is my cousin, so I'll just leave that in there. So kind of wrap it up here. I really thank you for coming up. But, while this is a great accolade, I know you got a bigger goal here moving forward. Tell us, we don't know where we're going to play. We know we'll get a chance to get into the state tournament. What are some of the things you think you can still work on here? There's still 2 weeks left at least.
I think,
make it 3 weeks.
Yeah. If our defense keeps working hard, I think we can keep pushing other teams and making it harder for them. But just for myself to just keep shooting with confidence and working hard at that too.
And now, so the order is Haven first, Hampton second, Hilton third, Highland fourth, Houston fifth.
Yeah, I would say so.
Do the boys combined get to 1,000 points?
Maybe, I don't know.
I just need to make fun of Houston, basically. I'm on the school district board with him. So well, congratulations. It's been great fun watching you here, and I'm not ready to be done yet. I hope you aren't either.
Nope, I'm ready to keep going.
Hilton Hines, again, goes over 1,000 points tonight. Congratulations to her. We'll get a few quick comments from Coach Kaufman here as well if you want to swap out the headset there. And Cody, it was a great first half. We don't want her getting hurt up here at this point.
We don't want her getting hurt.
It was a great first half. I thought we got a little stagnant in the second half, but defensively, that just kind of shut it down. They only scored 38 points.
Yeah, offensively, both ways, offensively and defensively in the first half, I thought we were extremely good. We attacked. I thought that, Hilton got those 12 points pretty quickly, which shouldn't surprise anybody. But I thought that, it was kind of a weight lifted off her shoulders. Then she made some great passes some great passes. We found some opens. The biggest thing that kind of derailed us a little bit was just our foul trouble, right? We kind of got in foul trouble with everybody. We're a players down without Abby. People playing different roles type of thing. I think we had 5 people maybe with 2 fouls in the first half. And it just kind of kept picking up. We had Jayla fall out, but when she was in, she gave us great minutes. So, I think that derailed us a little bit in the second half as far as being aggressive defensively and then getting out and going. But, when we're in the mentality of we're defense first like we were in the first half, that's when our offense clicks. And that sounds kind of funny, but when we get defensive stops, our offense goes. So we got to keep building on that, believing in that, and just keep building like we have because we know we got a tough week coming.
Yep, you got number 1 and number 2, and really outside of those two playing each other, they haven't had much for close games. O'Gorman at home Tuesday, and then Brandon Valley on Friday. You just have to be prepared. We're going to see the top 2 teams, I think, any class in the state next week.
Yeah, and they're similarly different, right? But they want to pressure you. They want to full court press you, both teams. And the message before, when we got done here with senior night and everything was, we just got to keep getting ourselves better. They're gonna take the wind out of your sails a little bit because that's what they do to everybody. But we got to understand that, just like you said, nobody's played with them. And we got to come out and give our best effort and keep getting better ourselves. We'll get, on Tuesday and Friday, not just at practice, keep getting better and just working hard. And the ultimate goal, no matter what happens next week, is still in front of us, and that doesn't change.
Cody Kaufman, head coach of the Tiger Girls, as they win tonight, 50-38. And again, 1,000 career points now plus for Hilton Hines as she reached 1,000 early in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute, run down the stats real quick, and we'll be ready to go with the second half here for the boys on Dakota Sports.
To their full potential, Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ofer and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
Welcome back to the arena. Run down the stats here real quick as we're tied at 30 at halftime. For Watertown, 12 points for Carter Bisker and Jackson McClemens. Then 2 points apiece, Jack Mack, Caden Decker, and Isaac Rehorst. For the Huron Tigers, 12 points, Blake Elwine, 6 for Anderson Porish, 4 for Carter Porish, 3 apiece, Mason Jurgens, Miles Elwine, and 2 points for Davis Chase. Shooting in the first half, both teams were 10 of 22 for 45.5%. Watertown 2 of 7 on threes, Huron 2 of 5. Watertown 8 of 8, Huron 8 of 12 from the free throw line. Watertown 11 rebounds, 3 for Mason Anderson. And Huron with 13 rebounds, 4 for Carter Porish and Davis Chase. So hasn't been much difference. Again, Huron did have a 6-point lead, or a 7-point lead in the first quarter. Watertown's led by no more than 4. And we're tied at 30 here at the half as we get ready to go with the third quarter. Well, game has lived up to the billing. The crowd has lived up to the building. We're having a boisterous night here in the Huron Arena. Huron Tigers have the ball to start the second half. They'll come out with the starters, as does Watertown. Huron going away from me for the third and fourth quarter. Jurgens with the inbounds, and off we go. Straight man by Watertown. Both teams have mainly been man. Jurgens trying to get away from Decker. Now gets it to Blake Elwine up top. Back door, there's Anderson Porish. Missed the bunny. Ball on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball, and Huron just missing some great looks. I think Anderson just tried to be too perfect in getting that little jumper off, and he put it up just short. And Watertown escapes, and they'll get the ball here on the possession arrow and their first possession of the second half. Decker into the front court for Watertown as Miles Elwine on him. McClemens pops out up top. He has 12, as does Bisker, as they did most of the scoring in the first half. McClemens, now it's Bisker on the baseline. Will drive, spin against Jurgens. Throw it away. There goes Blake Elwine again down the other way, and he'll dunk it again. The second steal and dunk for Blake Elwine. He's got 14, and Huron up 32-30 to begin the second half. McClemens into the front court against Anderson Porish. Top of the key. Goes baseline, threw it away. I think it was originally tipped by Elwine, but then off the hands of Decker, but an errant pass, and Watertown turns it over. It'll be Huron Tiger ball. 1 minute gone here in the second half. Miles Elwine will walk the ball up. Now flips to Jurgens, right back to Miles. Huron trying to slow the pace a bit. Jurgens on the left wing. Long three for Mason, no good. Rebound, and Blake Elwine hustles in and gets it in the lane. Huron another chance. Jurgens. Finally, Davis Chase comes out to help out. Now back to Anderson Porish. On the baseline, Davis Chase. Little fadeaway from 15, good. A tough shot for Davis Chase. Huron scores the first 4 points of the second half to lead 34-30. Decker on the left wing goes baseline to Mack. Now Bisker for three, got it. Quick release three for Bisker, and Watertown back within one, 34-33. That's only the third three for Watertown in the game. Seems like they've hit more than that. Miles Elwine up top, dribbles off to the right. Ball slapped away by Bisker, will still be Huron ball. 5:50 to go, third quarter. Huron 34, Watertown 33. Inbound for the Tigers. Blake Elwine on the right side. Gets by McClemens, and a blocking call will go on Jackson. McClemens picks up his second. That'll be the first team on either way here in the second half. Huron will inbound it. And a little confusion on where they should actually be inbounding it. It's going to be by the Tiger bench. Anderson Porish up top. Huron up one with the ball. Juergens. Now Miles Elwine steps out against Bisker. Miles, a couple of dribbles to the right, flips it to Blake Elwine. Long three is short. Rebound tapped up and in, Anderson Porish. Anderson with the tip, and Huron going to take a timeout. 5:29 to go, third quarter. Huron up 36-33. We'll take a timeout, 30 seconds, 30 on Dakota Sports.
Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Huron uses their first timeout. McClemens has used one so far on that Watertown bench. 36-33, Huron leading. And the Arrows will inbound it off the Tiger timeout. Pass comes into Bisker, and he'll just bring the ball up himself. Picked up at half court by Juergens, now hands it off to McClemens. McClemens out there with Anderson Porish. Bisker trying to get open on the left wing. Now McClemens in trouble, finally flicks it out to Mack. Mack on the right wing, dribbles down on the wing. Back up top, McClemens fakes left, goes into the paint, backs out again, goes back door, and the ball knocked away from Decker. Last touch by Watertown. It looked like somebody got a hand in there. I couldn't tell who, but then it came off the knee of Decker, and Watertown has turned it over a couple of times here to start the second half. Still, though, just 36-33 Huron as Carter Porish in for Davis Chase. Huron will set it up. Watertown still man-to-man. Carter Porish out there with Rehorst. Blake Elwine on the left wing. Blake takes a dribble. Now flicks back to Miles Elwine. Quick trigger three, no good. Rebound by McClemens. Good look for Miles. Here comes Watertown. McClemens going to go all the way. Off balance, no good. Rebound Porish to Elwine, and Elwine gets hammered going to the hoop. Two shots for Blake Elwine. Watertown wanted a foul on McClemens, but he was kind of letting the ball get away from him too. Caden Decker picks up his third. He and Ashton Rabine both have three for Watertown. Blake Elwine to shoot two. Blake with 14 points. Huron 36, Watertown 33. 37-33 as Elwine puts down the first free throw. Rabine, who I just mentioned with three fouls, comes in for the first time in the second half, as does Dane Stark. One more shot for Blake Elwine. Two team fouls on Watertown. Free throw is good. Blake 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He's got 16 points. Huron up by 5, 38-33. McClemens into the front court. They get it off right side Rabine. Now it's Mack on the right wing. Mack backs his way in, and Elwine fell down. We're on the floor, and we have a jump ball, or what do we have? Yep, jump ball. Possession here on Tigers. Mack was trying to back his way on an Elwine, and Blake kept backing up, and Mack kept trying to make contact, and there was no contact to be had, and he just finally ended up losing his balance, lost the ball. Huron gets it on the arrow with 4:14 to go, third quarter. Carter Porish on the right wing. Back door to Blake Elwine underneath the basket. Oh, the finger roll no good. McClemens was there, but really didn't defend him very hard. Back comes Watertown, and a foul going to go on Miles Elwine. Watertown got in transition that time, and Huron was out of position. Miles Elwine picks up his second. Watertown will inbound it on the baseline. That's the first foul, team foul on Huron here in the second half. Watertown only has 2 as we're at the middle point of the third quarter. 38-33 Huron. Bisker will inbound it on the baseline below me to my right. Back up top. Right side it goes to Rabine. Now top of the key. Here comes Matt. Goes through a double team. That's going to be a blocking call on Huron, as both Elwine and Carter Porish were pretty much out of position there. It goes on Carter Porish, and that's his third. So Carter Porish and Davis Chase kind of share in the same position. They both have 3 fouls. Jack Mack at the line to shoot 2. Free throw is no good. That's the first miss tonight from the free throw line for the Watertown boys. One more shot for the 6'6" junior. Mack goes 1 out of 2. And Huron's lead at 38-34. Inside of 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Miles Elwine into the front court. Out there with Bisker. That's been the matchup most of the night. And Miles has the ball stripped, and Bisker gets on top of it. Now a scramble in the backcourt, and Blake Elwine comes out with it and traveled with it. Blake Elwine looked like Blake got fouled from behind by McClemens. It ends up being a turnover. Now, as far as Blake traveling, I couldn't really see it because I was blocked out by the shot clock. But definitely Jackson McClemens fouled Blake from behind, but they say the travel came first. So Watertown a chance to cut the lead again. Open 3 for Mack is no good. Rebound slapped out and belongs to the Huron Tigers as Rehorst could not come up with it. Boy, the scoring has slowed down in this game in the third quarter. Neither team's been able to get a lot going offensively, but Huron does lead 38-34. 3:25 to go, third quarter. Anderson Porish against Mack into the front court, flips to Carter Porish. Carter, a couple of dribbles. Now right wing, they're looking back door to Blake Elwine, couldn't get it to him. Now looking at Blake in the middle. Low post, they go inside to Blake, and the ball saved in, but McClemens was out of bounds, and while that saved Huron getting a layup. Huron will inbound it on the baseline with 3:06 to go in the third quarter and 16 seconds on the shot clock. Miles Elwine will get it to Anderson Porish. Now it's Juergens on the left wing. On the baseline, nice spin move. Anderson Porish leans in with the finger roll, and Huron Carter Porish with a goaltend. I don't think it was going to go in, but Carter got up on the rim, and well, that meant it was not going to count. And Watertown gets the ball back inside of 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Davis Chase with his 3 fouls back in. Chase Schuhart back in for Huron as well, played a little in the second quarter. Mack at the top of the key. Comes back left to Rehorst. Rehorst kicks back out to Bisker. Bisker, and a foul going to go on Schuhart. Now, Watertown's upset because the foul was out on the left wing, and Bisker decided to drive to the basket. Then Blake Elwine came over and kind of fouled him, but it was about 5 seconds after the whistle. He could have stopped his move to the basket too. Inbounds comes up. Bisker wanted the 3, didn't get it off. Now Rehorst. Now it's Mack on the right wing. Mack back up top. Huron still up by 4. Drive by Decker. He's sealed off on the baseline. We'll lob it back up top to Mack. Mack crosses to the free throw line. Looks back door. Not there. Now flips it back up top. McClemens. McClemens against Porish. McClemens does a couple of drops, now pulls up with an 18-footer, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Rehorst. A 3 for McClemens, no good. And the rebound by Blake Elwine, 2 misses. Down the floor, there's Anderson Porridge, but has the ball stripped away, and Watertown with the steal. Boy, Huron's had so many chances to get up on this. 3 for Bisker is short. Offensive rebound put back for Mack. And Watertown wants a timeout. Boy, Huron's had so many opportunities, but instead the lead's back at 2, 38-36. Minute 53 to go, third quarter. We'll take a timeout here of 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the arena. Watertown timeout. They're trying to put some pressure in the backcourt. Miles Elwine crosses the timeline, bounce past Schuhart. Schuhart will back it out. Now Miles, now Blake Elwine. Huron gets in the offense. Again, Huron hasn't scored for a while, but they've left some points on the floor here in the third quarter. Looks like a 2-3 zone or 1-3-1 zone in the corner. 3, Miles Elwine, no good. Rebound, Davis Chase took it away from a Watertown player and got the putback. Watertown wanted a foul, didn't get it, but Chase went straight up, got the rebound in the putback. Huron back up by 4. Mack in the corner, now finds McClemens. They'll go in, low post. Decker almost fell down. He'll put up the 5-footer for 2. Schuhart tried to draw a charge, didn't get the call, and then that left Decker with a wide open 10-footer. 40-38, Huron lead at 2. Third quarter, 1 minute to go. Miles Elwine out there against Watertown, staying in that 2-3 zone. Huron's got to recognize. Miles Elwine, now Juergens, Blake Elwine, right wing. Now Miles in the corner for 3. Got it. Miles Elwine with the 3. That will bring Watertown out of the zone. Huron back up by 5 with 36 seconds to go here in the third quarter. About 2 seconds difference. Game clock and shot clock. 9 o'clock. KIJV, AM, FM, Huron. Top of the key, it's Mack. Comes off to the left. Hands it off to Bisker. Now back up top, McClemens against Miles Elwine. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. McClemens out there. Now he wants to drive to the free throw line. Jump stop. Goes back door, and a foul going to go on Huron. The back door, and it was open for Rehorst. Rehorst will get 2 shots. 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and Davis Chase picks up his 4th foul. So that's a significant call against the Huron Tigers. Rehorst free throw is no good. He'll try to salvage one. Huron has 12 seconds to work with here before the end of the third quarter. Schultz and Carter Porish back in as Schuhart and Chase come off for the Huron Tigers. Got a block out here as Rehorst will shoot one more. Missed them both. Rebound in the middle. Miles Elwine has it. Huron a chance to extend the lead. 7 seconds to go. Here comes Blake Elwine. Blake cuts to the hoop. The layup, no good. Put it up short. And that will end the third quarter. My goodness. Huron has left a lot of points on the court here in the third quarter. We head to the fourth. Huron 43, Watertown 38. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
ProClean Plus offers epoxy floor coating for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at Pro Clean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East. Or check out their website at procleanplus.net. Pro Clean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
We head to the fourth quarter, and it's a tight one. And boy, Huron's had so many chances to open up a lead. They've missed some easy shots in the third quarter. Huron does lead 43-38, but boy, some point-blank shots have not dropped, including one right there at the end of the third quarter. Watertown, on the other hand, 3 of 8 from the field. Didn't get a lot of shots off because they turned it over, and 1 of 4 on free throws. Watertown with possession to start the fourth quarter. McClemens comes off to the right side against Anderson Porish. Back up top, it's Decker. Decker looking back door. Back up top, McClemens. McClemens stops, trying to get loose to somebody. Cross court to Rehorst. Rehorst wants to drive on Blake Elwine, and a blocking call on Blake Elwine. Oh, that's a tough call. Huron not happy with the call, and Tigers, I think, have a reason for that. That's the third foul on Blake Elwine. He was in front of him, and he put his shoulder into Blake. Here's the pass in the middle. Rehorst for the bucket. Rehorst pulls Watertown within 3, 43-40 to start the fourth quarter. Blake Elwine will walk the ball up. Huron's got to watch that foul trouble. Chase on the bench with 4. Blake Elwine, Carter Porish have 3. Juergens outside, finds Blake Elwine. Blake will drive, lean in, off the glass, too strong. Carter Porish tip won't go, and on the rebound, a jump ball. Possession will stay with Huron. Again, Huron point blank and not getting shots to fall. Even Carter Porish's tip was right there. Huron, though, will inbound it on the baseline. 7:13 to go in the game. 43-30. Back door goes Carter Porish with the left hand short, gets his own rebound and is fouled. I'm not sure if that pass was intended for Carter or Anderson Porish. Carter Porish will go to the line and shoot 2. And that's foul number 4 on Caden Decker. He's the first arrow with that many. Carter Porish, you shoot 2. First one is good. He's got 5 points. First point here of the second half. And back in for Watertown is Dane Stark, as he replaces Decker with the 4. Second free throw good. Carter Porish got them both. Huron back up by 5, 45-40. Not quite a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Stark gets Watertown in the offense. Top of the key, handoff to Bisker, and there's a blocking call on Miles Elwine. They're really starting to tighten up the calls, it seems like. Now Miles Elwine has 3 fouls. And the second team on Huron just 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Mack comes out, top of the key, left side Stark. Stark hands it off. Long 3 for Bisker is short. Rebound tipped out, saved in by Watertown on the floor. We'll have another jump ball. Possession will go to Watertown. Bisker was way out there on that 3. But Watertown gets another chance as the possession arrow gives them the ball with the inbounds underneath the basket baseline with Bisker right below me. Bisker looking for the inbound and finally lobs it all the way out to Stark. Stark on the right wing, gives off top of the key, Rehorst. Now McClemens up top. McClemens drives on Anderson Porish. Fakes, goes with the scoop shot. No good. Rebound tipped out, and Juergens wins the race to the ball. Neither team's been able to hit many shots here in the second half. Blake Elwine will drive, lean in, go around, count it. He's fouled. And one opportunity for Blake Elwine. He found an opening. McClemens was just not in good position. And Huron goes up by 7, 47-40 with 6:24 to go in the game. The foul was on Rehorst, his third. Elwine, free throw, in and out, no good. Rebound, Carter Porish, knocked away, and last touch by Carter. Huron, somebody hit it, or somebody knocked it away from Carter, but they say it came off his thigh out of bounds. That might have been a break for Watertown, although it was on the opposite end of the floor from me. Huron equals their biggest lead of the game, 47-40, but still plenty of time, 6:20 to go. Stark gives to McClemens on the outside. McClemens gets a screen. Top of the key, now flicks back to Rehorst. Goes underneath, threw it away. He was trying to post up Mack underway and threw it way over his head. It'll be Huron Tiger ball at 6:07 to go in the game. Miles Elwine will walk the ball up. Bisker will pick him up at the half-court line. Miles gets bumped, no call. Right side Porish, back door to Blake Elwine underneath, and he goes back door to Carter Porish, who gets knocked to the floor and no call. I'm really not sure how they want to ref this. It'll still be Huron ball as the Tigers inbounded on the baseline with 5:52 to go in the game. And they hit it off of McClemens and end up just throwing it away. Blake Elwine tried to hit it off of McClemens' back, which he did, but he couldn't get himself established to get the ball, and Huron turns it over. Drive by Bisker with the finger roll for two. And Watertown wants a timeout. 5:36 to go in the game. The lead back at 5, 47-42. Huron will take a timeout, 30 seconds, 30 on Dakota Sports.
Teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
5:36 to go in the game. Huron 47, Watertown 42. McClemens used his first of two 30-second timeouts. He has 2 timeouts left. Buddenhagen still has 4 timeouts left. We'll probably see some of those here moving forward. Davis Chase is back in for Huron. And Anderson Porish will bring the ball up against Jack Mack. Again, boisterous here. Again, Watertown's brought the biggest student section for a regular season game I can remember. Right side, Blake Elwine, baseline, pulls up, 15-footer, back of the iron, no good, rebound, and a foul gonna go on Watertown. I held my breath because Davis Chase was involved in that. Jack Mack picks up his third. He's got 3 along with Rehorst and Rabine. Huron will run the out of bounds on the baseline. Blake Elwine up top to Anderson Porish. Now Davis Chase pops out to the right wing. Davis drives, lost the ball, turns, shoots, misses, and the rebound again. Huron attacks the basket, can't get the reverse to go. Watertown can cut the lead some more, get it down to a 1-possession game. Bisker on the left side, backs it out, back up top, Mack. Bisker wanted the 3. Now it goes behind the back, lost the ball, but is picked up. Nice save there by Stark. McClemens on the top of the key. McClemens starts to drive. Boy, pulls his arm. There you go. Offensive foul. It was a stiff arm by Jackson McClemens. In fact, Dad, the coach, is not even arguing the call. He said, you can't do that. I mean, it was a stiff arm like he was running with a football. 3rd foul for Jackson McClemens. Huron hangs on to that 5-point lead with the ball, 4:40 to go. Back door, there it is, and through the hands of Blake Elwine, Huron throws it away again. Now that time I couldn't tell, but it looked like the pass was on target from Porish to Elwine on the back door, but I'm not sure if if Blake just misjudged when the ball was going to get there or slip through or what, but it looked like it was on target. So again, Watertown hanging in. Bisker on the left wing. Gets a screen, comes to the right. Blake Elwine gets out on him. Now Rehorse. Right side, it's Stark. Stark backs it out. Now left side, McClemens wanted the three, but has to bring it back up top. McClemens against Anderson Porish. Now Flicksack Bisker. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, double clutch, and Watertown loses it. Bisker double clutch trying to get it to Rehorse. Then he threw it right at Rehorse's feet, off and out of bounds. And boy, neither team can really take advantage of the other's mistakes. We'll see if Huron can come up with something here as we hit the middle point of the fourth quarter. Huron leading 47-42. Miles Elwine gives to Blake across the timeline. McClemens out on Blake, and we have a timeout Huron. 3:55 to go in the game. 47-42 Huron. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. We have 3:55 to go in the game. Huron 47, Watertown 42. Huron uses their second timeout there. Inbounds to Blake Elwine with, it's Mack on him this time. Carter Porish back in, has it on the right wing. Carter now will start to drive against McClemens. Up top, three, top of the key. Miles Elwine, no good. Rebound and going to be grabbed by Bisker. Again, Watertown a chance to get it to a one-possession game. McClemens, Bisker couldn't get the three off. Comes off left side to Mack. Mack. Now, that's got to be a travel. Mack found himself wide open, and then he just started running to the basket. He had already given up his dribble. And boy, Huron has missed some easy shots, and Watertown's had some just not really good turnovers. And both teams are just kind of treading water, it seems like. 3:20 to go in the game. Huron still up 47-42. Miles Elwine, 1-3-1 zone, it looks like here by Watertown. Going to try to plug up that middle. Juergens, now Miles Elwine. Miles to the left. Bounce pass Anderson Porish. Carter Porish, 3 minutes to go in the game. Ball tapped away from Carter Porish. 2:59 to go. Huron has 9 seconds on the shot clock. Huron will inbound it from the sideline right by the Tiger bench, out near where the hash mark used to be. Lob goes underneath. Anderson Porish catches it underneath, goes up, count it, he's fouled. He just boxed out Jack Mack underneath. The lob from Blake Elwine hit Anderson underneath. And Anderson in double figures with 10 with a free throw pending, and Jack Mack picks up his fourth foul. 49-42, Huron up by 7. Free throw pending. Porish, it's good. Huron has their biggest lead of the game, 50-42. 2:57 to go. We'll take a timeout here of 1 minute. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Welcome back to the arena. I'm Jeff Duffy. 2:57 to go in the game. Huron has their biggest lead at 50-42. Both teams have one full and 1:30 timeout remaining. Watertown really has to start having some effective possessions now. McClemens crosses the timeline against Anderson Porish. Flicks it left side to Bisker. Bisker gets a screen around the perimeter, hands it back to McClemens. Decker takes the three in the corner, no good. Anderson Porish steps in for the rebound. Here on a chance to open up a double-digit lead with 2.5 minutes to go. Blake Elwine backs his way in. Now in trouble, finally gets fouled. McClemens and Rehorst were really hacking on him. And I'm surprised they let that go as long as they did. Jackson McClemens picks up his fourth, so he has 4. Caden Decker has 4. Jack Mack have 4 for Watertown. 2 free throws for Blake Elwine. He is 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. First free throw is good. And Huron up 9, 51-42. Still time left, 2:26 to go for the Watertown Arrows. One more shot for the 6'10 senior, Blake Elwine. And got them both. Here on their biggest lead of the game, 52-42, 2:25 to go. McClemens working his way against Anderson Porish. Anderson left side, deep three for Bisker, got it. He got the screen, got loose, and Watertown needed that one badly. 52-45, the lead back at 7. Blake Elwine lost the ball. It's picked up by Decker. He's coming back, and he'll get the layup. A 5-0 run by Watertown, and here comes the Arrows. 52-47, Huron's lead back at 5, inside of 2 minutes to go. Carter Porish back out, Miles Elwine. 5-0 run by Watertown, and that changes this game quickly. Anderson Porish out, high post, Carter Porish, left side Juergens. Huron running some shot clock, Blake Elwine, now Anderson Porish. Minute 34 to go, Anderson still holding the ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock, and now we have a whistle, and they call a 5-second count on Huron. I don't know what they called there. Well, it's going to be Watertown ball. Huron turned it over. Minute 30 left in the game, and Watertown, again, here they are, a chance to make it a one-possession game. Decker up top, 3 for Bisker, no good. Rebound underneath for Rehorst with the putback. And it's a 3-point game with 1:17 to go. 52-49 Huron. It's a 7-0 run by Watertown. Timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at the Huron Arena, and it has tightened up. I think it was 2:26. Huron was up 10. A minute 9 later, Huron's up 3, 52-49. Watertown, 1 timeout remaining. Huron has 2. And it'll be Huron possession as Watertown is pressing full court. Huron has the 5 starters on the floor. I believe Watertown does as well. Inbounds to Davis Chase. Davis will bring it up as nobody's guarding him. He'll get it across the timeline. Try to hand it off to Blake Hellwine, gets it to him. Blake on the outside, being guarded there by Mack. Gets a screen, and we have a foul go on Mack, I believe. Didn't look like there was much contact, and Mack fouls out of the game. And again, from my vantage point, it didn't look to me like there was much going on there. Jack Mack fouls out of the game, having scored 5 points and a minute 3 remaining. And that takes length off the court for Watertown as Mack at 6'6" comes off, and Stark at 6 foot comes in. Blake Elwine hits the first free throw. And it's a 2-possession game, 53-49, with a minute 3 remaining. One more shot for Blake Elwine. Got them both. And Huron will take a timeout. 54-49, Huron back up by 5 with a minute 3 to go. Timeout 30 seconds, 30 on Dakota Sports.
With Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics that pop? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers. PB Sports, downtown Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Minute 3 left in the game. Huron 54, Watertown 49. Nobody is comfortable here in the Huron Arena. Huron going to show a little full court pressure. I think they just want to make Watertown use some time to bring the ball up. Bisker in the backcourt, and the ball knocked away, stolen, and dunked by Blake Elwine. Bisker tried to pass it off. Elwine stuck the hand out, deflected it, dunked it. Huron up 7. 48 seconds to go. Watertown needs to score. Bisker starts the drive, backs it out, can't get a shot off. Top of the key, left side. It's Decker, and the ball knocked away by Bisker. Up ahead, Juergens. Juergens fake, shoots, misses. Rebound Chase. He gets the putback. Foul counted, and Huron can slam the door shut. Blake Elwine with 2 great defensive plays. And Huron back up by 9 with 29 seconds to go. A 7-0 run by Watertown has been answered by a 6-0 run by the Huron Tigers. Davis Chase at the line. The free throw no good. McClemens with the rebound. Shot clock off. 27 seconds to go. McClemens fakes. Step back 3. Got it. And got knocked over in the process. And did they call a foul? Yes, they did. They called a foul on Davis Chase. And it's a chance for a 4-point play for Jackson McClemens. Huron just does not want to let Watertown off the hook here. Davis Chase fouls out with 22 seconds left. The lead is 6, and McClemens to shoot a free throw after making a very contested 3. And the last thing you wanted to do there was foul. McClemens, free throw, good. Both teams have one timeout left. Nobody's using it for now. 58-53, the lead back at 5 with 22 seconds to go. And Anderson Porish will inbound to Carter, right back to Anderson. And Anderson will get fouled in the backcourt by Rabine. That'll be his 4th. And Anderson Porish will get 2 free throws. If he can hit both, it would make it a 3-possession game with just 20 seconds left. Anderson Porish with 11 points. Blake Elwine leads all scorers with 24. Bisker has 20 for Watertown. Trying to count up McClemens. McClemens was 16. That 4-point play he just hit was his first points of the second half. Anderson Porish, first free throw, good. Here's the big one. Make it a 3-possession game with only one timeout left for the purple. Do not foul again. Anderson Porish has had a solid game tonight. Second free throw is good. 7-point lead, 60-53. Shot clock off. McClemens almost lost the ball, gets control. Don't foul him. Off balance 3, no good. Rebound underneath, and Carter Porish with a foul on the rebound with 11 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Well, Huron's, that's only the 4th team fouling Huron, so it's not the bonus. Watertown has to inbound it underneath the basket. That's just the 4th team fouling Huron, so no free throws here coming up for Watertown, and they're down to 11.9 to go. So I guess it's okay to foul there. I didn't realize that we weren't in the bonus. Top of the key, 3. McClemens is good. McClemens has scored the last 7 points for Watertown. They're back within 4 with 8.5 seconds left. The door just stays open. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds, 30 on Dakota Sports.
Stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
8.5 seconds left in the game. Watertown now is out of timeouts. And it'll be Huron ball. So Watertown's got to go for a steal. If they don't get it, they have to foul right away, and that's their only chance here now. Inbounds comes to Blake Elwine, and he's immediately fouled. I believe the foul will be on Dane Stark, his first, and Blake Elwine will shoot 2. It's going to be a 2-possession game here, regardless of what happens here at the free throw line for Blake Elwine. Blake shot a ton of free throws, but he always does. 24 in the game for Elwine. Anderson Porish 13 for Watertown. Bisker 20, McClemens 19. And McClemens has scored 7 in the last minute. Free throw good for Blake Elwine. McClemens and Decker in, as they just want offense. And again, if you're here on, do not foul anybody, because Watertown can't stop the clock out of timeouts. Second free throw for Blake Elwine, no good. Rebound tapped out to Blake Elwine. Offensive rebound, and Huron will survive. It was never easy, but the Huron Tigers defeat Watertown 61-56. Both teams are now 14-4 on the season. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame is next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
How about that new place, the 18th Century Theme Restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well,
You want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips.
Dairy Queen! Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger Postgame Show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. What a doubleheader tonight. A sweep for the Huron Tigers in the girls' game. Huron led most of the way and wins it 50-38. Congratulations to Hilton Hines for the Tiger girls. Early in the second quarter, reached 1,000 career points and becomes the third Hines sister with Haven and Hampton to achieve 1,000 points for their career. She ended up with, 23? I think that's what it was. Then the boys' game just completed. Huron hangs on for a 61-56 win over the Arrows in a top 5 matchup here at the arena. Let's do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Boys finals, Lincoln survived a challenge. They defeated Jefferson 51-48. Washington upset number 2 Roosevelt 61-56. Double overtime, Pierre upends Mitchell 51-48. Aberdeen held off Brookings 47-44. Yankton defeated T Area. There's another surprise, 51-38. Harrisburg 71, Douglas 39. Brandon Valley slipped past Spearfish 50-46. AA girls finals, Washington 69, Roosevelt 43. Harrisburg 56, Douglas 19. Brandon Valley 56, Spearfish 21. Yankton, the surprise of the night for AA girls, defeated T Area 59-46. Aberdeen 51, Brookings 40. Mitchell 60, Pierre 35. And late in the game, Stevens leads Rapid City Christian 64-62. That's your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. I see the boys are already out on the floor, so Coach Bud should be up here shortly. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and back here on Dakota Sports.
Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena, where the Huron Tiger boys have completed the sweep of Watertown, a hard-fought 61-56 win over the Watertown Arrows, and I think this might be the quickest Tim Budnagan has ever made it up here after a win. You've been up quick after a couple of losses, but never after a win. But, boy, I don't know if I think that's kind of what we expected, just a lot of punches to the mouth. Both teams got to feel like we left some points on the floor. But overall, our boys, once we built the lead, we just put them in catch-up mode. And while they did a pretty good job in catch-up mode, they just couldn't get all the way back.
Well, they're averaging 66 points a game. We held them to 56. I thought we did a great job defensively. Towards the end, we're getting the ball where we needed to offensively. And then, fortunately, we made free throws. We didn't make a lot of free throws in the first half. I think we missed 4 straight, and that gave them, a cushion to begin with. It wouldn't have been tied. We would have been up 4 and then come out. We run the first play and we miss a layup. But our guys just hung in there time and time again. And then, Watertown hit some big shots. So give them credit. They did a nice job. McClemens, Bisker. It was hard for us to, get on them, but I thought we clamped them down the second half.
And just made plays when we needed to. Got a lot of contributions. We had to go to the bench a little deeper with the foul trouble. And quality minutes again by Jimmy Schultz. Carter Porridge plays starter minutes anyway. And Chase Schuhart gave you some good minutes when you really needed them as well. So, it just makes us a more well-rounded team when we can depend on those guys.
It does. And, defensively, we'll keep preaching defense. And finally, I think we've gotten it. Rebound. We snatched a couple of, big rebounds in there tonight. And then, like I said, we put in that little press at the end. Blake made a great play that dunked it. I think that got us going a little bit. I don't know what else to say. I mean, these guys, I'm proud of these guys. This was a big game. They had one loss. We had one loss in conference. A third seed still up for grabs. I know Roosevelt lost tonight as well. Now we just got to take one game at a time. ESD champions sounds really good. I know that we still got one game left, but we're only going to have 2 losses, so we at least got a share of it. We can win it outright next Friday, but we still got to focus in on O'Gorman coming in.
Yeah, I have to say,
Tuesday.
I guess I wasn't even aware of that, but anymore, I never know, what's a conference game, what isn't anymore. But hey, anytime, now we get to put 2026 up on that banner at some point, so that's going to be pretty sweet. But I guess the bottom line is, after tonight, boys have to realize there's unfinished business. First O'Gorman Tuesday. Roby's on his retirement tour like McClemens is. Those boys want to win for Roby as well. We got to jump out and be ready to go again.
Yeah, we do. We're gonna let them enjoy this and celebrate it tomorrow, and then Sunday at 7 o'clock we'll get them refocused again and get a game plan for O'Gorman. Great crowd. This was fantastic atmosphere tonight.
I'll give Watertown credit. I think that's the biggest student section I've seen for a regular season game from a visiting team I can remember.
Yeah, me too. It was loud in here. Both teams competed. I can't say enough about our kids. Our kids battled. They went toe-to-toe. It didn't look good in the first half. And then all of a sudden, the second half, we kind of took control of the game. It was our pace. Ran a lot of good sets. Jay and and Dawson and Spence and Tendo. I can't thank those guys enough. We're holding up cards because we know that.
Yeah, I noticed that. I hadn't seen that before either.
Yeah, we knew that our guys probably wouldn't be able to hear us, but then one's got to play, one's got a fake play. So I think those guys came up with it. So I'm just going along for the ride. Those guys did a great job. I can't thank the assistant coaches enough. They've done a fantastic job.
Signature Plus player of the game is Anderson Porish. It's important to get at least one other double-figure score guy after Blake, and he had 13 tonight. I thought for the most, when he was guarding Bisker or McClemens, they were struggling to get shots off, and as much as anything, I thought he played an outstanding defensive game tonight.
Absolutely, and Anderson wanted McClemens. He comes out of the gate and says, I want him, I got him, I can guard him full court. So, give the guy credit. He got his butt chewed, in the third quarter when we didn't use the glass there, and then we didn't sprint down on defense, and then we gave up a layup. But he came back like it didn't even bother him, and then he had an outstanding fourth quarter, I thought. And we're going to go as far as those bigs can take us, and we just got to keep pounding the ball, keep pounding the rock, keep rebounding, keep playing great defense. I think good things can happen for us.
With Anderson, I think he's finally starting to round into form. You forget that he had that significant knee injury. It was the first Friday in November, so that's been over 3 months now, and he has the brace on, but he's just looked a little more like Anderson here the last couple of weeks than he did there once he came back there right after Christmas, and that's just another weapon in the arsenal.
Yeah, he's jumping well right now. He's talking, he's a communicator. He does all the little things that we need done in order for us to be successful, and he's just got to keep on being the glue. And there's times where he's got to bring down the ball along with Carter because their guards are pressuring us, and we feel comfortable with those guys with a pressure release for Blake. Those guys can bring the ball down the court as well. So it's really nice when you have some bigs that can handle the ball and get us into stuff.
So onward and upward. It's O'Gorman at home, then Brandon Valley on Friday, then see how the arithmetic comes a week from tomorrow. Bottom line is we like where we're at, and we like where we're heading, hopefully.
Yeah, we really like where we're at right now, but it's like I said, the easy bus never goes through Huron. So we got to make sure, again, let them enjoy this tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow, and when they come in Sunday, we got to snap our fingers, and we got to be focused and ready to go again.
Tim Buddenhagen, head coach of the Huron Tigers. Tigers hang on for a 61-56 win over Watertown. Complete the sweep, and again, Signature Plus player of the game, Anderson Porish. We'll take a final 2-minute timeout, run down the stats, wrap it up here from the arena on Dakota Sports.
Clean Plus offers epoxy floor coating for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at Pro Clean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at procleanplus.net. Pro Clean Plus is a proud sponsor of Huron Tiger Sports.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Great teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
Welcome back one last time to the Huron Arena as we continue the Gary Zell Auto Glass post game. Let's run down the stats for our boys game tonight. Huron winning 61-56. Watertown now 14-4. 20 points for Carter Bisker. He was 7 of 11 from the field. 19 points for Jackson McClemens. 6 points for Isaac Rehorst and Caden Decker, and 5 for Jack Mack. Huron Tigers also 14-4 now. 25 for Blake Elwine, 13 for Anderson Porish, 8 points for Davis Chase, who had foul trouble all night. 6 points for Carter Porish and Miles Elwine, 3 for Mason Jurgens. Shooting the game, Watertown was 20 of 42 for 48%, 6 of 18 on threes, 33%, 10 of 13 on free throws. Huron was 19 of 47 from the field, 40%, 3 of 11 on threes, 27%, 11 of 20 from the free throw line. Want to do better than that. The free throw percentage, that's what, 55%. No, I'm reading it wrong. Oh, there, 20 of 27. I was reading it wrong. So Huron actually 20 of 27 from the free throw line, and that's 74%. That is better. Rebounding, just 21 for Watertown, and 5 for Jack Mack, 7 for Isaac Rehorst. Huron had 28 rebounds, 8 for Carter Porish, and 7 for Davis Chase. 16 turnovers Watertown, 13 for Huron. Huron had 9 assists to just 3 for Watertown. That is the wrap-up here. And again, Anderson Porish, our Signature Plus player of the game, never did mention we did have a Signature Plus player of the game as well, but that was Hilton Hines, who went over 1,000 career points, joins her older sisters, 3 siblings. How many times has that happened in South Dakota high school basketball, where 3 or more siblings have reached 1,000 points? We know of one other group, the Stapp sisters from Newell, back in the 90s, so that'll be interesting to get that out on social media and to see if anybody has some answers to that equation as well. A fun night here in the arena, a sweep for the Tigers. Now it's O'Gorman coming in, final home game of the regular season for the Tigers, and we'll shoot for 6 o'clock tip-off girls, followed by the boys. Then next Friday, it's the Tigers at Brandon Valley to wrap up the regular season, again 6 o'clock / 7:30. Big thank you to Nate back at the studio. Been a long night here with some exciting basketball. This has been a presentation of Dakota Sports, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Thanks for listening.